Stream is still trying to set up. Okay, T-Far just kicked in.
Ah.
Let me put the prediction up real quick.
So we'll send the main body of the main element this way. Dismount the ramp there.
Alright, cool.
And using the terrain, we'll advance towards the fucking sector 2.
Alright, there's also an MI8 in play. I missed that. Okay, we're good. We're good. How is everyone doing? Wee Woo here. We're going to be covering all 3 rounds of Friday Night Fights. I'm then going to be taking a break. I have to have a meeting with Karma Cut, going over the mission for tomorrow night. That's going to be a simple one. And then after that, I'm hopefully going to get some actors in, and then we'll be doing some Day Z. Our first round tonight is going to be on Pulau. Op 4 is attacking 2 sectors. Blue 4 on the defense here. We're going to go ahead and look over our mission command here. Forgotten factors, nothing on the description made by Depso. Game mode is add sector. How sectors work is basically the attackers have to enter the defenders' sectors and have a number advantage within the sector. Once they do, the sector will start counting down from 90 seconds. After those 90 seconds have passed and up, the attacking faction still has the sector will be taken and the sector can no longer be recaptured. In the event that the attackers lose the number advantage in the sector because people leave or people die, the timer then is reset and won't start counting down again until the attackers have the number advantage again in that sector. The defenders win if all of the attackers are eliminated or at least one sector survives the 50-minute round. The attackers win when all of the defenders have been eliminated or the sectors, all of them, have been taken. Overtime rules will kick in the event that one sector is being actively counted down. The last sector available is being actively counted down. If the round ends, quote-unquote, past the 50 minutes, it'll go into a bit of overtime until that is fixed. Why is someone flying around down there? So I apologize that we're a little late on this stream. I got busy talking with someone about something. And, I like my open door policy, but I need to make sure I don't I don't bleed into times because, conversations can wait. But I'm happy to explain anything to anyone. Otherwise, let's go ahead and go over our mission variables here. So 15-minute save starts currently going down. We have the prediction up if you want to take a bet. Otherwise, 800 meters of render distance, 75 defender build points, which is a little interesting. The default number is usually 125. I'll get into that later, though. No magnified optics nor NVG equipment. Medium anti-tank settings is going to be 2 AT per Echo. Does have their gunner as well as 2 assistants, so they're going to have 6 rockets total for their MAT team. Blue 4 has a single gunner and assistant, so they're going to have 4 rockets for their MAT team. Otherwise, we've got Blue 4 being American Marine camouflages, camouflage units for this scenario. So they've got platoon, to break down all these abbreviations, my bad. Platoon leader, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman, assistant grenadier, grenadier IR, which are grenadiers that have the 40mm Hunt IR grenades. The little things you fire up in the air, you'll see them down as parachutes. And we'll occasionally see those. You can shoot at them to make them fall faster, but they're basically little cameras that you can get a bird's eye view of things for. Very great for getting reconnaissance data. Machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, which have the choice of 4 different types of explosives. 2 explosive satchels or 4 explosive charges. You can also throw them. The satchels you can only throw like a meter. The charges you can throw like regular grenades. 3 AT mines. Or 4 tripwire mines, 2 being HE that'll kill people, 2 being flare that, make noise and shoot things in the air and, give you some idea of, something's tripped it, so maybe you have to react to that. You got your light anti-tank, your medium anti-tank, 1 assistant, 2 an assistant, don't exist anymore. Same with RA, RAS, and SMP. DMRs, and Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. For Blue 4, it's going to be the Mark 11 because we don't see that in the loadout data. Then you got your crew leads, your pilots, medics, and your base kits. Their weaponry is going to be M4A1s or M27 IARs, depending on what they want to choose. M9 Berettas for their secondary. Light machine gunners and Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie are going to get the 249. Medium machine gunners and Delta are going to get the 240 Gulf. Light anti-tank for Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie is going to be the 136. And then crew and aviation get a choice between an MP7 or an M4A1. Nothing on crew served weapons. They have 3 HMG Land Rover 600 rounds total across 6 belts of 100. Basically, these are just scouting vehicles or, vehicles just to drive through a road and, fire off anti-material machine gun and hope for the best. They also have an M2 M113, which is honestly just it's a mobile tin can with a gun that once it gets hit by RPG, it's dead. Got some transport Humvees and some transport trucks to also work with. Otherwise, Op 4's uniforms. are going to be Op 4. I believe these are Cossack kits? Yeah, the Separatist Cossack uniform kits. It's always because of the damn hat on the platoon leader. Their marksman rifle is going to be the SVD. Otherwise, loadouts for Op 4 are going to be AK-74s or AKS-74s if they want to be real chads. RPKs for Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie's light machine gunners. PKPs for the medium machine gunners in Delta. Laydown tanks going to be the RPG-7, and then PP-2000s or AKSs for crew and aviation. Otherwise, their assets are going to be an Mi-8 for transport, no guns. 3 UAZ Dishkas, which have only 250 rounds total across 5 50-round boxes, so they're a bit inferior to the Land Rovers. They've got 4 transport gases that are slightly up-armored. BRDM with a KPVT turret, which is 14.5 millimeter, and then a 250-round PKT on the side with 8 mags for 2,000 rounds total. That is honestly a very nice suppression machine. And then they've got some gas transports as well. Looking at our roster here, we're going to start with Op 4. Charlotte is going to be taking command. We heard her earlier. She was making a plan as I was getting everything ready. Nemesis is going to be leading Alpha, so Scandy Recon on Op 4 for tonight. Katz is going to be the marksman. We've got no leadership in Alpha 1, so it's just Petroni, Warkas, Sherviak, and Iander with an RPG. Always got to note that, because Iander is the king of AT. Under Alpha 1, Alpha 2 being led by Puma with Burton, Mirowell, Naps, Dobbs, and Cullis under him. Major Con looks like they've merged all Bravo elements together. He's going to be leading Wheaton, Ash, Swola, Banks, Eric, Tim Kappa, Ilya, Omri, and Night Owl. Norris leading Charlie with Gordon taking 2 IC. Harrington taking the marksman role, Zapata taking a medic role. Charlie 1 being led by Bates with Yuki, Anara, Iqbal, Stutz, Jirka, and Lachman all together. I don't see a Charlie 2, so we're going to skip to Delta. That was a very loud reload. Delta looks like they're going to load up in the chopper as a small machine gun team that's going to be led by Kabubi Face with Vagrant taking a machine gun role, Batty taking a leadership role, Qasim and Steve also taking machine gun roles. So they're going to be taking... Oh no, Batty's leading the team. Kabubi is also a machine gunner, so they're taking all 4 machine gunners for that. This is kind of interesting though, because this implies they're going to have the machine gunners on the rear and use this as a mobile machine gun platform. I would love to see that. Yeah, and then maybe they'll open that window and use it too. So even though it's unarmed, they're going to still use it with PKPs instead of PKTs. With red dot sights. That would be pretty cool to see, in all honesty. Otherwise, Echo, which is the medium anti-tank team, being led by Newton, Rodrigue taking the gunner, and then Hayes and Puma, taking the assistant roles. Each of these guys carry 2 rockets. Rodrigue also carries 2 rockets for 6 total. And then the pilot team is going to be Nicholas and Blas, working together as pilot and co-pilot, respectively, for that Mi-8. Otherwise, looking over on Blue 4 side, we have Shy commanding, Arcane as the 2 IC. Again, we see Colonel R here, but if you hover over, you can see the full name. Flux leading Bravo. So Pepega Pirates, Scandy Recon's Equal, and Nemesis is going to be over on Blue 4, making this a pretty even fight to start. Novix as the 2 IC, King taking the marksman, Mark 11, K-Kier being the medic, Guy Fieri leading Bravo with Rufy, Vince, Korvac, Zoni, and Arma Jesus, and Bravo 2 being led by Velatarium with Regesta. I don't even know how to say that name, to be honest. Flaninja, Zali, and Lightning with them. OFCRA taking Charlie here. We got NASA, I think, and they're the 19th, if I recall correctly. OFCRA is the hub group, but you get my point. People from OFCRA from yesterday is what I'm trying to say. NASA leading Charlie, Lolo taking the marksman, Tommy being the medic, Skipu. I don't see a leadership element in Charlie 1, so we just have Skipu, Zixmi, Kermit, Depso, Wombat, Pirate Sandwich, and Pogo _ Under Charlie 1, Run taking Charlie 2 with Swede, Malgrim, Alakandaru, Oddball, Bestafar, and Lurch under everyone under Run for Charlie 2 here. Delta's merged. Everyone got Wikifin leading Kevin, Snajapur, Colin, Pierce, Pro Hunter, Gogu, and Crazy. I think Pierce is going to be the squad lead because he usually merges everyone together. So the machine gunners are going to be Gogu, Crazy, Colin, and Kevin with the 240 Gulfs for Delta 2. And then Echo has combined with someone because they're normally not this big. Echo would only be 4 people tops. And it looks like they've combined with the vehicle group crew to be a mobile team with that 113 M2. So Lolo leading that team, Sam I think being the gunner, Blam and Carey being the assistants, and then Olaf, Huel, and Patriot I think might be what's the role? There's a specific group of infantry dedicated for vehicle crews. If Malon's here, he'll tell me. Otherwise, I think it's Gamma, and then Hotel are the pilots, which you see for there. So I think that is it. Otherwise, let's take a look at the AO. So I mentioned earlier, Golf, that's it. Thank you, Malin. Golf is for ground vehicles, Hotels for pilots. Appreciate it. But I was calling it Gamma. But I knew it was a G. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Otherwise, I mentioned earlier that 75 build points is going to be very limiting. Because normally you see 125, but the 2 AOs are in this open part of Pulau, which could honestly use some extra fortifications. You see them building them along right here to make a perimeter wall. You're also seeing entrenchments being dug. They're keeping some of their 50 cals back on the Land Rovers, but they're doing their best to fortify these areas the best they can to create kill zones out of this open area between the very jungly area and the AOs themselves, but it doesn't give them a lot of work to work with for the second sector. So it's quite possible, we just heard some smoke rounds go off with that 113. They might just be trying to hold the northern sector here at Sector 2, and then they might not give a lot of defense to Sector 1 at the moment, but we also see forces kind of fanning out right here, implying that Blue Form might be trying to do a tiered defense so that when they start taking contact and need to pull back, they can, you know, have room to pull back while forces on their southern side or whatever side is, you know, to where they're retreating to can cover them, and then they can pull back and then, you know, reinforce a new area. So really nice defensive plan we're seeing made by Shy, but otherwise that is pretty much the scenario. So feel free to get those bets in. Round will start in 2 minutes. I am now going to go over chat. Antlion Eater, how are you doing? Uno, okay, yeah, all good. I always take it when people contact other people on their behalf, I always take that with a grain of salt. If it's really that important, people will message me on their own. I mean, today, for slotting for tomorrow's part 4 of The Last Ship, someone messaged me saying, hey, I'm not going to be at my computer, but can I have this person slot for me? Which, in my community, is totally okay. As long as you tell me beforehand, because I don't want someone to come in and go, oh, I'm slotting these 5 people on the time right now, you know, without talking to me first. And it's like, I can't accept that at that point, because, you know, what if someone's just trying to come into the community and start up a bunch of BS? Because that's already happened once. But anyway, personal stuff aside, I appreciate you coming over. If there's anything you want to talk to me about, Sunzy, just shoot me a DM. We'll straighten it out. Iron Lance, buddy, how are you doing? It's been a hot second. For those who don't know Mike Iron Lance, he was the original medic with me back in 2016 when we all worked under Luton 09. He stayed with me for a few years and then branched off on his own. But it's always a pleasure to see you, my man. I hope everything's doing A-okay with you. Flying Finn commenting that I said Nemesis. Yep. Scandy Recon memes, here we come. Otherwise, scrolling down. You know, that reminds me. After this round, I need to tab out and probably slot for the last ship op. That's going to be a fun one. I'm doing a one-off on Gulf Coast. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a joint op with the Black Templars, and the reason I'm doing that is because the map for the second half of that campaign is going to take me, you know, about a week to do, so I want to have a quick break from it just to get it done. So I'm just hastily making a one-off on Florida Keys to make that all work. I might have said Gulf Coast on accident. I meant St. George Island. That's the new map we're moving to for that campaign, but Florida Keys will give me an opportunity to do a one-off. And there's some really cool areas on it, too, that I think would be fun to play. I don't know, Sylvia. What would you call Line of Zombies? Also, as happy to hear you passed all your exams in cyber. Cyber is a very, very good industry to be in right now. With all the tech industries falling apart, cyber is the only one that's been staying strong. Trust me on that. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd be in a... I'd say I'd be in a SOC somewhere, but that would probably be too boring for me, especially since I have Bloodwing. So I'd probably be at a penetration testing company, because that was my specialty back in the day when I did cybersecurity competitions. To the point I almost got banned from one because I wasn't supposed to break into the red team's computers, but they made it too easy, and I wanted them to fuck off. But anyway, that's going into a bunch of terminology that we don't need. Oh, Sephia, no problem, man. Thanks for the 750 spot. How do I word this? Because I gotta be, I appreciate it. Anyone here is free to DM me about anything whenever they want. I don't mind explain anything, but there's a certain event tied last summer that I used to want to talk about all the time, but now I don't because there's new implications about it, and I realized that I don't want to anger people with fragile egos. But if anyone wants to know what I'm talking about, just shoot me a DM on Discord. I don't mind telling you the story because it's... As a YouTuber, I have so many wild stories. And this one I think is the wildest because... Christ, it's bad. it's very, very bad. I hope no one ever has to deal with what I had to deal with in that story, but good God, just... It just goes to show you how YouTube can really create these monsters. Almost every YouTuber I know has had a toxic phase, and the few that don't, I applaud them for having the maturity. I had a toxicity phase, but I got it beaten out of me, but some people are still in that phase, and they do very, very horrible things, but hey, c'est la vie, right? Anyway, Op4 has started deploying. They're doing a very wide approach here. I'm a little worried about that from the get-go. We do have Delta coming around. It looks like... Yep, they're still in the chopper, so I think they're going to provide long-range machine gunner support. Gotta be a bit careful with the Mi-8s, though. Blue 4 have 4 different 50 cal M2 HMGs in the form of 1113 and 3 Land Rovers, and you can expect them with 4 of those assets to have at least 1 on defense. So if that Mi-8 is planning on sitting somewhere and stabilizing and shooting down at the enemy, you can bet that that M2 is going to turn around and start hitting it. It only takes 1 easy shot on the stationary Mi-8 to knock it out of the sky and make it suffer an engine or a main rotor failure. Because, I mean, I like to call Mi-8s giant flying sea cows, but you know what I mean. It's just, it's a very easy target to hit even when it's trying to be evasive, especially when you have a machine gun. So I'm a little worried about that strategy. I like what Charlotte is going for with it. I think later in the mission it'll be useful, but that just means you got a bunch of chuckleheads sitting in a chopper probably singing songs and pissing off the pilot to make that all work. Did nobody get the joke? I didn't read it. You called it a daisy train. I know what you mean by that. Finn, shut up about penetration testing. If you want that type of job, I think you'll have to go into the porn industry. But anyway, there's different qualifications for that one. Op4 crashed one of their BRDM2s. Didn't they only have one BRDM? How did they already crash it? See, it sucks because I sometimes have people like get on me like, oh, why didn't you cover that? It's like, bro, there's literally like 5 different places Op4 could be right now. I have no idea. Yeah, one of their UAZs got crashed and they lost both wheels. That's unfortunate. Is anyone dead? No. Of course, it's just Tackleberry on his own right here. So we'll see if someone drives back to pick him up. But again, little worried with this plan because Op4's in 3 different groups right now. It looks like these 2 are going to form up and go to the north. These guys are going to head into the south, and that's the entirety of Bravo. So it's literally... that's a little less than half of their force, actually. No, actually, looking at everything, yeah, it's roughly about a third. You got the other 2/3 right here, and then, you know, a small percentage in that chopper. They're just waiting over this helipad right here. They can sit out of bounds in the vehicle all they want. It's if they get out, they'll start getting out of bounds warnings, which will kill them after, I think, 15 seconds, but they can stay in the aircraft for that. I'm just really worried about this plan right now because I feel like Blue 4 has a really solid defense line all around. They have room to send forces to attack any flanking forces and to attack the flanks of any forces that come in. So a plan like this needs really good coordination of either drawing Blue 4 out on an extended firefight, then making them think they can win it, and pulling forces out of the defense line to then sneak a force in. Which is what I think Charlotte's going for, but at the same time, that's going to be really difficult to pull off. You see that there's a natural gap down here, though, that Op4 could just rush right in, but I don't really trust Op4, or anyone in FNF, really, to make those types of plays possible. Because you have to have intel on where enemy movements are, so they wouldn't know that this is a gap. They're going to assume that there's a solid defense line around it. So either they're going to literally do a 2-pronged attack on 2 strong fronts and probably lose, or they're going to attack from one flank first to try to draw the forces out, wait like 5 to 10 minutes, and then send the other force rushing in and try to backcap the sectors, which is what I would assume they go for since we see the vehicles staying close to Op4 right here. This is the force that's going to probably come down here and then rush the sectors as these 2 groups pick positions here and try to draw Blue 4 out in a firefight that Blue 4 thinks they can win entirely. Will Shy fall for that? Don't know. because at that point, it's not up to him commanding, it's up to his squad leaders to assess that for what it is. And that is a weakness of Pepega Pirates. Pepega always gets away with it, though, because they're very, very good at flanking and killing their enemy very, very quickly. Similar to Scandi, which is on the opposite side. But with Scandi, I think part of this main attack, they're up in Alpha. That's going to slow Pepega's ability to outright completely outflank him. So we'll just have to see how all this goes. Hey, MWG, how you doing? God damn it, fine. Also, Revanche, yes, it's a cybersecurity term. Don't worry about it. I'm doing good. We're going to be covering FNF. I'm probably not going to go do a 5th op today because I have to go have a meeting with Karma Cut to discuss the mission file for tomorrow, and then I'm going to get on the DayZ server and relax. DayZ news-wise, we're still waiting on the Stalker server to come out with a 3rd version of itself because a lot of the player base is left pending that 3rd version because the 2nd version started having some massive issues. No ETA on that, but they say it's very soon, quote-unquote. And there's this Jungle Essacur server I've had my eyes on. It's not out yet, but as soon as it does, I'm going to probably start cycling that out with the Namalsk server I've been playing on. And, you know, just vary things out because the Namalsk server is starting to get a little stale. And with the amount of players that have jumped into that server because of my presence, it's gotten a lot more dangerous to do Southern runs. So I'd imagine I'm going to probably start dying on there a lot more. As a cybersecurity major, I think you're lying to me. If you don't know what a penetration test is, you can't call yourself a cybersecurity major, okay? Come on. That's like Cyber Security Principles 101. It's like the first class you take in college. You just have to know what it is. You don't know the actual, like, how to actually do it. You goober. Go Google penetration testing. You're going to get a list of cybersecurity firms that are going to advertise their services for you. I've never heard them be called a purple team. As, do not tell me they're called purple teams, because then I'm just going to make a bunch of Slaneshi jokes. Oh no, pen testing is fun because you're basically being hired by a company to say, hey, break into our website and tell us how you did it so we can fix it. And then you'll just find some of the craziest ways to do it. Usually you go through a checklist and then there's some guy in the back that goes, wait, let me try this. And then it works and you're like, oh, that's creepy. How'd you do that? And then that usually gets implied into the checklist later on. But I'm going to be honest, most cybersecurity stuff is you make a checklist, you follow that checklist, and then once in a while someone will get an idea of going, oh, maybe we should add this to the checklist. Oh, why should we add this to the checklist? And then you do it. It's like, oh, it's a vulnerability. Okay, add that to the checklist. Trust me. Swear by the checklist. And then, of course, there's active monitoring, but, you know, it's literally just a bunch of checklists.
Well, we're all Bravo on the map, so no, I can't.
All right, so now these guys are moving out on foot. So, funny enough, that Vic, I think, pulled back to pick him up. I think it's just Banks going back to pick him up there. I'm a little worried because these guys are the closest to the AO.
I'm sorry, guys.
There's a very big possibility that Blue 4 is going to run into this contact. Notice how close they are. Pull some forces around, encircle and eliminate this group, and then these guys are going to attack because they're much further off, and then Blue 4 is just going to turn around, encircle, and eliminate. Like, it's... I thought these guys would be on standby, but I think they're just going to get their butts kicked. But hey, you know, it at the end of the day comes down to the PvP, so maybe we'll see these guys get really, really badass and channel their... Is that a gunshot? I guess not, because this guy would be turning around looking to the south at that point. But maybe these Op 4 elements will channel their inner Adriados and work together. Most secure network is no network. Exactly, and it's impossible to secure a network 100% unless you pull the damn plug. But then at that point, you wouldn't have a network. Okay, by the way, lone survivor of us in chat is Azariah in game. You might have seen him before, though he's sworn off Arma 3 for good this time. That's like the 4th time I've heard him say that over the years. I'll see you back soon, buddy. But I digress. Do not ever make the SQ. You know, I'm gonna say it. Let me write something down real quick for my my timestamps here, just so I have a log, because I'm doing a new way of editing videos, which we won't see till like August anyway, because of front logs on channels. But being an IT or being a cybersecurity professional and then having to work with people that aren't cybersecurity professionals, and again, as I said, just working in IT and just dealing with the rest of the company is a lot like being an Arma 3 Zeus. You really have to push your player base, or in the example I'm trying to draw from, really work your fellow employees through some of the most basic, fundamental things on the damn planet. Bloodwind works for a defense contractor, and sometimes she'll show me the fake emails that her team sends out, or not her team, but her company sends out as like fake spam or fake phishing attempts. And it is some of the most brain-dead stuff I've ever seen, with some of the most blatantly obvious phishing attempts ever that would make any first-year cybersecurity student go, what the hell is this? And then they post the rates of people that fail the test, and it's still like 20 or 30% of the company. And it's like, what the f... And then it makes me feel bad whenever you have someone like Mark Zuckerberg or the guy that runs TikTok or, you know, whatever his role was, go before Congress and they have to explain everything. Don't get me wrong. I dislike those people for other reasons, but dealing with intellectually disabled... No, that's not the right way to put it. Technology inept people and having to explain the most basic stuff to them is very mind-boggling. But anyway, Blue 4 running a Land Rover through here, finding a massive Op4 group that have merged right here. This is, I think, part of the feint to get Blue 4's attention that there's a large presence right here. So we might see a new defensive line be made over here. We might see this force start advancing around. This might pull attention away, which is then going to allow these elements here to get in super close. You might also have noticed Bravo stopped right here. And they're trying to get some reconnaissance. I'm a little worried, though, because Kermit might get eyes on, but he might actually not be able to see him through this banana tree. Oh. Nope.
South.
There it is.
Meters.
Now this force is going to turn around and engage them. This might create a gap for these 4 to go in, but there is some internal security at Sector 2 and a little bit outside of Sector 1. So, I don't know. We might see some disarray of Blue 4 here, but really what's going to determine the fight is this. If Op 4 can smash through this element, I think they're in a good grace to possibly at least hit Sector 1. Probably not Sector 2, because by then this force is going to fold back. But then this major force is then going to come in and steamroll from the north. But if Blue 4 is able to clean up Op 4 right here, I think that's a good idea that Blue 4 is going to win this one. While I appreciate it, guys, on the cyber stuff, I do want to start focusing on this operation here. I think we've given enough techno-babble. We'll continue it, not between round 1 and round 2, because I have to do slotting for my op tomorrow, but maybe between rounds 2 and 3. Gonna use my DMs as cyber homework. Oh, God. I mean, if that's what you want to talk about... I had one of the most inappropriate conversations with an old friend of mine the other day. I can't disclose what it was, but it was funny. But I don't know. I've got so many different weird conversations going on in my DMs. I just try to be chill about it, but it's funny nonetheless.
Negative.
Op 4 is performing shut up.
What kind of
Yeah, penetrating their lines, right? Good God. All right. Op 4 still advancing. They've got AT out, I think, because they noticed the Land Rover right here. Blue 4's turned some forces to engage. This shows me, though, that they still don't know where the line is coming from here. I think Kermit pulled back before he could get that information out there. Depso trying to come around on the right flank. He's going to end up right on the side of this Op 4 element, and this Op 4 group still pushing up on this side. And you got Tackleberry and Banks trying to cut across. Blue 4 might spot them here and cut them off, though. Oh, definitely. Here, this is going to be funny.
Terrible crossing point, by the way.
Terrible crossing points. We get to this bush. And he's now going to not notice. Maybe Huel will notice? No? God, I love this. Maybe Olaf? No, he looks away last second. You can't make this shit up. You honest to God can't make this shit up. And Op 4's none the wiser. So Blue 4's right. It's a terrible crossing point. But if you don't look, you're not going to freaking notice. I love it. All right, let's focus over here. We just had an explosion go off, some fire. We just heard a thermal grenade go up. Swola found Depso behind this rock and got a nice headshot. Major Khan's down. We see some fire coming out over here. Maybe they think Major Khan is hostile there. Now these three are going to loop around, and you're starting to see the envelopment going down. Well, we got two Op 4 guys right here. I'm going to quickly look back at Sam and Lolo's position. They might spot these two Op 4 when they come through the open right here. All right, we're going to start AT fire. It looks like they're taking out the Humvees over here. So maybe this is the distraction to draw attention, but Op 4 knows that, Blue 4 knows that there's an element up there, so they're just going to hold and engage at this point. And then these guys are holding over here. I guess there was more than two of them, though. There was four. So some of them broke off over here, and I guess the rest are just holding to see if any QRF comes in? Maybe? I don't really know why they're holding over there, so I guess it wasn't the point to maybe hit something here and then bypass to go in the sector. It's just a lot of weird actions going on. Op 4 now trying to push forward. Hate to see the medic on point, but it's PvP, so of course we're going to see medics on point. 50 cal, I think just annihilated that medic. Yep. No more medic for Op 4 South. Blue 4, meanwhile, still looking into there, not seeing these groups go by. Banks going prone with this SVD as that 113 pushes up. Tackleberry coming around back here. They're not going to be able to provide a lot of support. Wheaton gets a double tap on a player. Op 4 not really getting a decisive advantage here, but Blue 4 taking quite a few casualties. They're kind of just trading out evenly. Night Owl tries to pull back. Lolo putting some marksman fire on him with that Mark 11. And you're starting to hear the northern attack is starting as Blue 4 open up with machine guns. You got Tackleberry coming up here. Banks on the flank, still watching for that Vic again. Right next to Blue 4, but no one just occasionally looking around. Everyone getting target focused. And Banks turning away from this group to track that vehicle instead. And Tackle's gonna go right in defilade below this group. Hold on. Bro. Bro.
Sam, right in top of us.
I think they just noticed. Oh my God, please. You just... No. You even called him out. You even called him out. How did you let him...
There is a... I saw him pass in front of me. They are to the southeast.
Oh my God. Shoot him. Great knock there. I swear to God, if Tackle got away with that... You know, Matt stands for medium anti-tank. That was just rude. That was just rude. Oh my God. My God. It's medium anti-thing, you're right. My bad. That's what the T stands for. I'm curious. Is nope, they're still waiting on the tarmac on the opposite runway, but this attack has started. This is an example of a Hunt IR round, by the way. It's literally just a little camera that floats down. But main assault has begun. Scandi pushing ahead, and they're going to end up contesting right with Pepega. Cullis gets knocked out because he was advancing in the open. And you got Pepega starting to try to encircle this element pushing forward here. You got more Scandi on the far flank, but they're not in positions to really support each other. And now you're going to watch Pepega get pushed. Novix gets the double tap. Novix tries to get the double kill, runs out of ammo, gets knocked out because he gets into a fight with Inder Purton. Purton now taking fire from up the hill here, and he's going to roll away. It's medium anti-tackleberry. Oh, God. That's what MAT stands for. Gotcha. Okay. It works. Definitely works. So Op4 doing this push has caused some of those forces to pull back. You got a new defensive line being formed right here. You still have Cake here and Kane behind enemy lines, though they, on their own, can do a lot of damage if they position themselves properly. Looking back to the south, that Op4 line is mostly annihilated. These two Chuckleheads still staying back here. I have no idea what the point of them was, but you just have small elements engaging small elements and another small defensive line right there. Op4 sweeping around right here after they got Tackleberry. Banks pulled back. And now you got the helicopter swinging in. Bluck found Swola. Swola dead. Night Owl heard that. He's going to be looking around. He's the last one up right here other than these two silly goobers. And no, they're sneaking him in. They're doing a water landing. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a water landing, guys. Yep. Okay. It's a little wet for my taste, but yeah, I mean, a water landing's a water landing, right? VDV, everybody. I don't think anyone's gonna drown, but I guess your helicopter can't make noise if you disable its engine, and the best way to do that is to put it in the ocean. Unfortunately, Malgrim's gonna call that out. We might see some units move around. Looking at the rest of the map, though, I'm a little worried. We just saw one of these Chuckleheads get headshotted. Omri now trying to lay low. We could see... All right, so Blue 4 is going to fold in on Sector 1 because they called this out, and they're having contact right there. Purton tried to move in. Zoni saw him and shot him, though. This Op 4 group, though, is going to be a bit of an issue, but I think Blue 4 could counterattack and flank it as they try to move in the open. It's still really difficult to call who's winning here. It's still pretty even. Op 4 is going to be initiating the final parts of their attack. Blue 4 still have room to pull everything back and try to hit everything. Purton wakes back up. Korvac is going to now send him to sleep again. And it's a permanent sleep. Anyway, well, at least till the next round. All right, you're starting to get... Did you just... You didn't shoot him, right? He didn't walk into your line of fire, because that's what it looked like, but okay. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Look at all these Blue 4. They're going to come around. They're going to hit that one guy after they sweep this area. These guys might stall out a bit. They're going to get caught in the open over here and get picked off. So it's going to really just rely on this northern group. And with the remaining Blue 4 numbers, I don't know. Because they're going to be the ones attacking. So you can defend with less people. But again, a lot of open ground to cover here. You're going to see a lot of smokes get thrown. And we still have some flanking Pepega Pirates member. Guy Fieri coming in to give Flavortown. Nox Wark is dead. Shervac, is he going to look up and see Guy Fieri? No, he does. Well, he does, but he's pushing. Lost his opportunity to get the hit. Guy Fieri comes in from Flavortown, but unfortunately his bullets got caught in the trench's texture, and he was sent to Flavor Heaven. All right, Shervac coming up, making sure he is down. Gets the double tap. King, though, as the marksman, coming in on the rear. firing multiple shots. He is on 4 kills. Iander just got knocked out. Sherbiak turning around. Keaton folding to cover.
On the trenches.
Getting the reload.
I don't know if it's dead body.
Keaton trying to get the marksmanship here. Cherviak fighting for his life. He's going to quickly try to fold to cover, but unfortunately... Keaton on kill number 5. He sees Iander and gets the headshot.
I can't go push these guys. Come on.
Damn.
Next to the big tree with you.
Yeah, Keaton with a marksman rifle. Very, very scary. Actually, almost any Pepega Pirates member with a marksman rifle. Really, because they get a scope that lets them get headshots. Very, very scary. Harrington coming up. He is also a marksman. He decides his handgun is going to serve this one. Keaton also has a handgun. But unfortunately, Kate here is friends with Kane, and Kate here covers Kane and kills him. Good shot. So we're going to see a flank on the rear on this Op4 element, and I'm going to be honest, I think Blue 4 has this. Just the positioning of where Blue 4 is right now compared to where Op4's lines are. I think it's just going to be too much. We might see these guys still sneak in and get a sector, but by the time they take one sector, everyone's going to fold back on the other one. Op4 turn around. Norris under fire. He holds still, and King knocks him out. Oh, Op4 is falling. They're just trickling forces in. Norris wakes up only to get double tapped. What's Kakeir's kill count? 3. Kane is probably on... Nope, he's still on 6. All right, because he only got the knockouts, not the kills. You got Dobbs right here on his own. Moving away from this bunker. He threw a charge inside. Look at that. He managed to get 1 kill. I think this guy... Nope, his weapon was still ragdolling, so we got 2 kills with those explosive satchels. And he's making Blue 4 route from that position. Great use of explosives there to clear out the enemy defensive position. Wiki might come down and spot Dobbs here. Mirwell overwatching from the rear. Oh, no, he is not. Got Naps firing from the rear. Explosions going off. Mirwell was just taken out by Wiki. We got 4 Op4 guys now attacking, and, you know, they've significantly lost their number advantage because this half still stuck up there. And you just got Kane and Cake here leading the charge and cleaning them all out. Ooh. Poorly rendered coconuts. Anyway. Sunday Beach, thanks for the 43-month resub. Of course, buddy. This is F&F. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you continue to enjoy the streams. See, I changed it up just now. Because I already know you're getting a kick out of this. All right, you got Kane advancing. Who's he going to find? RPG goes in by Inara. He calls up Cake here for backup. Headshot.
I know.
Indeed, you do put the line in the coconut and shake it all up. Oh, Kane has an RPG. Fires it near Bates' position. Will the Master of Arma bait out Bates? Who knows? But he's still continuing on with his little one-man war here. Delta pinned down as Blue 4 is counterattacking with Echo. We just heard a mat round get launched. And this is the beginning of the end. We got some Op4 still around with Blue 4 over here. This round, I think, is going to probably go for at least another 10 minutes because Op4 is just separated in so many different little groups. Legasp, King died. How did King die? King had to have been blue on blue because Bates was in no position to fire back at him. I got some Op4, the remaining group trickling in. Is Op4 Command dead? Yep, Op4 Command died on that large push. Got some suppression fire coming up here. Delta doing their best to try to move in, but now that you have this mobile team routing forces out, this is the end. Yes, they killed Elvis, I'm sorry to say. Cake gets the shot on Gordon. Zapata moves up and gets the kill on Cake here. So maybe it was these two, but I thought they were further north. I do need to edit the schedule up a little bit. Great shot by Zally there. I think Stutz was trying to get the kill on Flaninja here. What about Steve? I think Steve is dead. I don't remember where Steve is, but I'm almost certain he's dead. I could be wrong. Colin just got killed because we still have some Pepega Pirate, some Scandi members marauding around. Banks doesn't double tap Wiki, though. You still got Zapata over here. Rest of Op 4 Delta being pushed. These two Blue 4 guys doing the rest of stand. Wiki wakes back up. I don't know. I think Blue 4 has a solid 2-to-1 number advantage at the moment. Vagrant tried to pull away. He gets knocked out. And Blue 4 is just continuously charging the remaining Op 4 players here. Ooh. Vagrant wakes back up. And I think narrowly gets away as Bluck. Oh! Bluck follows and pursues. So you got some Op 4 that could trickle in over here, but there's just too much Blue 4 on the objective at this point. I don't think Op 4's got any chance. Ninja fighting with Zapata. You request moral support after this round? Okay, can I offer you a head pat in this troubled time? Ooh, Zapata gets the headshot. And he's gonna now advance into the smoke. Blue 4 threw some grenades a bit early, though. "15-minute warning." Zapata still charging. Oh, but he gets flanked and eliminated by Roofy just before he could get that grenade out. Oh wait, no, that wasn't his grenade. All right, Delta's been eliminated. Vagrant is swimming to win it. He has successfully snuck away. Banks, though, as a marksman, just found Lurch. Lurch is now hiding. Trying to climb over. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? All right, everyone give Charlotte a head pat. I figured it was a timing issue, though, because things went a little silly, but what can you do? Banks, you know, on 3 kills right now. Not bad for a marksman, but he's going to need to get another 30 to win this one. Oh, this is cruel. They're using the M2 to try to kill Vagrant. And he's bleeding. Oh, no, guys, he's just a boy.
It's time for you to die.
You see, Kiri! Sam just blew Kiri away. Oh my god. I guess it's not today. It's not Vagrant's time to die here. I'm gonna laugh if Vagrant actually gets up here and kills Blam. Are you kidding me? Once again, incompetence wins. I love it. I'm gonna need more sticky note, I swear to God. Kiri wakes back up. Oh, how the turntables. Oh, Vagrant, you're stuck bandaging and you're about to get blammed, I bet. Oh, no. He has indeed been blammed, and now the ocean retakes him. Oh, my God. Well, now it's time for our final 4. We have Roderick, Naps, Puma, and Hayes. They're going to be fighting about 20 or so Blue 4. Can they do it in 13 minutes? The answer is no, of course not. But hey, they might get some kills. It's 3 members of Echo. And who's the last guy? And Nafs from Scandy. Oh, I already cursed Op4 by making them channel their inner Adriados like before this all started because I knew this something like this was gonna happen because of the miscoordination I was seeing. All right, Lurch. 1 man to hold the front line. Oh, one of the Op4 guys just died. Huh. Neat. Anyway. Yeah, I noticed that. There's no number advantage.
Good shit.
That would only gained you, like, what? Like 4 additional people, though? Alright, Blue Force sending some forces to come up and flank the attack here. Looking on the macro side of things. Here we go. I don't see an AT4 in play here for Blue 4 to use, but hey, we'll get there. And Op4 is playing their only card and running. Some explosives being thrown on defense. Lolo gets the kill there with the Mark 11 on Naf, so now it's just up to Hayes and Rodrig. And they're still running. Yeah, this is gonna get drawn out. All right. So how's everyone's day? Also, Steve, the answer is no. Texting my mother right now to set up our Mother's Day plans. Hey, Monk, how you doing? I think they're just trying to flank around, maybe to attack Sector 1 from the south. They have 9 minutes to do it. But again, there's no way they're gonna win this one. If I have a moderator in chat, can you pay it out to Blue 4, please? Otherwise, I will pay it out when the round ends, set up the new commands, and then I gotta go do slotting for the op tomorrow. Whoever did that, thank you. Appreciate it, Don. Oh, please, backblast him. Actually, backblast him so it kills you both. They're just getting target fixated. They're not even going for the damn objective. You know, I misspoke there. They're gonna blow this up and then hopefully advance, but... Range, 10 meters. Excellent. That was a good shot. Protectatron reference, yeah, right. Hayes gets shot in the leg. Gets behind a little bit of cover. Roderick continues to run, now providing cover fire from his comrade. And Blue 4 starts to hone in. Roderick continues to advance. Hayes bleeding lightly, but is still moving. These guys are continuing to go south. 7 minutes on the clock. Roderick reloads. That's because a Humvee's now coming up. You know, that's really dumb to drive a vehicle up to where another vehicle just exploded. What is Blue 4 doing? Are they just throwing bodies at him to stall the damn clock? This is like the biggest clock stall play I've ever seen in FNF. There's no reason for this. They're literally just slowing down the 2 people that aren't even going to get into an objective at this point. Oh, it was to bait them so Patriot could get in. Rodrigue gets knocked out. And now that allowed for Blue 4 to get close enough, and Patriot gets the second one. I see. So this was all Patriot's super secret plan to win the game. I see how it is now. Of course. Why did... Unfortunately, Patriot did not foresee additional circumstances that prevented his play from happening. I swear to freaking God. I swear. Watch Patriot wake back up, though. Come on, buddy. Come on. I'm gonna poke you with the Adrihato stick. Wake up. Wake up. I'm gonna show chat all your porn if you don't wake up. Oh, too late. He died. All right, GG. Anyway. Error, you just caster cursed him. You just caster cursed him. I didn't say it. You did. Anyway. That's round 1, guys. We still got 2 more rounds. We're going to go through a brief intermission as I change up the commands. That was, I think, the longest FNF round I've seen in a few weeks. Hasn't gotten to 5 minutes in a while. But anyway, that is that. Christ, I wrote down 6 timestamps for that one. My God. All right, let's see what our next map is. I'm going to play a few ads because, well, I need to for the sake of time. It's set to sustained assault, so we're going to see it change into something else momentarily. And what do we have on the docket today? It is, drumroll please, Kujari. All right. A moment now, por favor. As I switch out my commands, and I have to go do slotting. All right, let's see. This is round 2. Blue 4 are attacking 3 up 4 caches. Blue 4 has a 5% numbers advantage. 3 M115, 1 M2s. And M240, M11, 51. And an M2, M1237. While up 4 has 2 static DSHKs, 2 BTR 80s, and transports. A lot of heavy firepower for this one. All right. Let's change out our map command. That's going to be Kujari. Fun fact, the mission I'm running for Karma Cut tomorrow is also going to be on Kajari. Alright, get those updated. Awesome. Now I need to open up Discord. One second. Alright, now I need to do slotting for my operation, my little community. Awesome. Jump over to the roster, look an op sign up. Cool. So what I basically do is I just copy and paste their name, put it on the billet, and then I check off their name. Very easy job, just a lot of paperwork. But it keeps everything organized, so I have like a rough idea of how many players are going to show up to the op. Because one of my pet peeves is designing an operation for like 30-ish people, and then having only 20 or 40 show up, and it completely throws the balance out of order. So I just work with what I got instead. Mac Marine's going to be commanding this one, all right. But no, we're gonna literally have a Saturday op, then a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Wednesday op. Both are gonna be Halo, and then Wednesday is gonna be the BT joint thing. So actually, hell, we're gonna be Zeusing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Probably not gonna do a Friday at that point. And then there's definitely, I think there's gonna be a Saturday or a Sunday. I can't remember. It's something on my list. I don't have an Alpha Squad lead yet. All right, cool. Wow. I don't have a full CBRN team. Huh. That's new. Usually those slots are like the first ones taken. That's funny as hell. Oh, by the way, there's the roster I'm slowly filling up. It's for the last ship up. We're doing it on tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. EST. My ops. Okay, there we go. CBRN just filled up. I'm just going through the roster right now. Interesting. So I've got a near full Alpha, a partial Bravo, someone in Charlie, full CBRN, and full command except no heli pilot. Neat. So I'm through the full list. Then I put out a message to say, hey, slotting's open, because some people forget, especially the newer ones. And yeah, that should be good. All right, cool. With that done, I'm going to close out of that tab. I'll do more slotting probably during my meeting with Karma. And adjusting the roster slightly. Oh, it helps if I spell reserves, right? I'm a goober. All right, cool. And we'll move OBS back to the other window. And it looks like they've almost finished slotting. All right, cool. The heli is a UH-60, and their main job is to funnel anything they get back to the base, as well as transport any land-based vehicles to and from the frigate. You can also fly support runs, because you have 2 armed UH-60s. Dumbass. 2 M134 miniguns on each side on your UH-60. I'm also going to fill up on more water because I've actually drunk through most of this, but I think it's also because it's like 80 degrees outside and I had to go out and water the plants because they were already wilting, even though I watered them yesterday. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, cool. Looks like everyone is more or less slotted, a few holdouts coming in. So I think they're just explaining this one and then we'll go into it all. Let's see. Again, the timeline is we'll do round 2 and 3. I'm going to stop streaming, go talk to Karma Cut, show them the mission file we're going to be doing tomorrow. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then after we do that one, because I'm working from bi-weekly now, Saturday evenings, the next one I'm going to try to get some actors in. I was hoping we'd start this time, but I had some other stuff I needed to take care of that kind of put me in a bad mood. And, well, you know, getting over that. Always bumps in the road. And then we'll get back on track and then, you know, do actors the next time we do it in 2 weeks. Let's see. And then probably some DayZ for the evening. And I'm going to keep it, yeah, keep it basic. I think, yeah, after DayZ, if I'm feeling it, I will server-side test the mission file for tomorrow's op. I've server-side tested the map to make sure it works, because I've learned my lesson there. But, yeah, I also need to test 1 or 2 custom locations, which, again, memory serves, they work, but you never know what might have updated and possibly broke them, so that'll be fun. And then I'll probably write the intel package for that, so it's probably an hour's worth of work right there. Maybe design some new custom kits, because it's fun. I'm weird. I find custom kit design relaxing. Good God. But yeah, that's for Saturday. So Saturday we'll have Last Ship Part 4 and Karma Cut second op. Sunday I'm taking it off because my mother's kidnapping me because it's quote-unquote her day. Monday we'll have the 3rd Halo op. Tuesday will be the 4th Halo op. I think we're going to do the Part 3, though, on the Tuesday and Part 4 on the Monday because more people show up Monday than Tuesday. Wednesday will then be the BT join op. Thursday will be Pog's next op. Friday, I'll just do FNF, and I think I'll take that off. If FNF ends early, I might jump into the 5th OML to chill with them, but I might just be so brain-fried at that point I won't bother. And then the weekend, I don't know what's coming up, but we'll sneak some DayZ in there when we can. Next Mission Dev stream is probably going to be the weekend. I just haven't been in the mood to stream it because I've been, while working on Mission Dev, I've been processing a lot of videos because my backlog almost filled up. I have a 4 terabyte video, a 4 terabyte solid state drive that I, it's filled with, it was almost full. So I had to edit out about 700 gigs worth over the past 2 weeks, and I've gotten some new motivation to continue on with that because now that I've got everything locked in for what I want to do with YouTube, it's just all about front logging everything and then keeping some room open in case, hey, I get invited to go do something with Rubik's or Karma or, you know, anyone where I know the video is going to be worthy of something. So I can then move videos and open up time slots, because YouTube doesn't like it when I upload 3 or 4 videos a week. Which normally on my schedule I'd upload something today, but YouTube was still kind of iffy on my metrics. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, upload a shorter, small clip, and then Sunday will be the, 8 to 10 minute video, and then Monday I'll upload a short clip or something, and then wait till Friday, and then, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And if YouTube seems to prefer the 3 instead of the 4, then we'll switch to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have you heard of OneDrive, Google Drive? The average video... I like to stream and record at the best qualities I can. So the average 2-hour video is like 20 gigs. And I do have good internet, but I don't want to add that network traffic. Plus, whenever you upload something to a server and re-download it, it does slightly degrade the quality. And that defeats the purpose of me recording in such a high quality, so I've opted not to use those systems. I would prefer having a physical drive with everything. And if it fails, then I guess I'm screwed, but then I just go and get the, YouTube or Twitch VODs, and we just rely on that. Yeah, Google Drive does also have pretty shitty compression, to be honest. So, yeah. Trying to think. At the same time, though, the main channel is front-logged to 4 weeks right now, and I have enough content to upload it, like, front-log it another 2 or 3 months. The PvP Shenanigans channel is front-logged to August, and the VODS channel, I'll admit, doesn't have a front-log right now because we caught up again, but, I mean, that's usually anywhere from, like, 1 day to 5 days ahead, so, If my computer crashes and I lose all my video data, I'm fine. Why are we fighting in Ohio? I knew we'd finally get to Ohio, damn. All right. Ohio PvP, let's go. Oh, this is great. Good God, you live at Hill 27? Oh, God, I don't know where Beaver Creek is. I can find where I was born on this map. 1 second. I'm totally doing this. One moment. All right. All right, so based on that, I would have been born... Wow, like right in Op 4 territory. Damn, I was born in the forest. Holy shit, I always knew I was a jungle boy. All right, anyway, jokes aside, let's get on to the round. So, on my fancy little keys, let's go ahead and look at the mission info. Mission made by Eric. Afafo destroy. Background, weapon caches are stored in the Afafo villages. I want to make an Astolfo meme joke, but I don't want to take it too far. Area of operations, large open areas. Lovely. Notes, there are some exceptions when it's healthy to smoke, but will you enjoy it? I see. Okay, game mode, cache defense. How cache defense works is there's 3 caches. The defenders will know the exact position of the caches via this marker. Op 4 only have the attackers only know where the cache is based on an area that they have to search and find the cache. Once the cache is found, a single AT or explosive satchel will blow it up. A few charges or bullets will also blow it up, but it must be destroyed. In the event that there is only 1 cache left and time runs out, but the attackers are in the sector looking for it, overtime will be called. Attackers win when all 3 caches are destroyed. Or they wipe out the entirety of the defenders. Defenders win if they wipe out the entirety of the attackers, or they keep at least 1 cache alive by the end of the 50-minute round. Otherwise, that is how the round goes. Render distance is only going to be 800 meters for this really open area. No magnified optics nor NVG equipment. Defender build points are the standard 125. Medium anti-tank is 2 rounds per for a Maz or an RPG 32, depending on your side. Blue 4. Have your modern American Army kits. You got your platoon leader, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman assistant, grenadier, grenadier IR. Grenadier IR have the Hunt IR 40mm grenades that you can fire in the air. It deploys a little camera on a parachute. You can shoot that parachute to make it fall faster, but you can't actually destroy it until it lands on the ground and despawns. You can connect to it after you fire it and get a nice bird's eye view of the map. It's got normal and night vision, great for getting your bearings. Otherwise, you got your machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, have the choice of 4 different types of explosives, 2 explosive satchels or 4 explosive charges, which you can also convert to throwable. Satchels you can only throw a meter. Charges you can throw like regular grenades. Satchels, though, will destroy anything. Charges won't always blow things up. You then have the choice of 3 AT mines, or you can have 4 tripwire mines, 2 being HE that will kill people, 2 that are flare that are just for funsies. Good for if you have a large defensive line and you need to, you know, put something out there to know something's coming. Hearing the wailing of that flare mine will definitely let you know there's enemies over there. Otherwise, your medium anti-tank, 1 assistant, 2 an assistant doesn't exist anymore. Neither does RI, RAS, and SMP. DMR is going to be an Alpha Bravo and Charlie. For Blue 4, it's going to be a Mark 11 20 round 7.62 by 51 NATO battle rifle. Marksman rifle, more likely. Crew lead, crewmen, pilots, medics, and the base kit. Their loadout's going to be M16A4s or M4A1s, depending on their preference. Glock 17s for their secondary handgun. 249 LMGs for Alpha Bravo and Charlie for the light machine gunners. 240 Gulfs for the medium machine gunners in Delta. Delta has 4 of those slots. AT4s for Alpha Bravo and Charlie for the light anti-tank crew and aviation. Get a choice between an MP7 or an M4A1. Otherwise, their assets include 4 transport 113s, 6 additional transport 113s of a different type. Neat. 3 M2 Humvees that are a little up-armored, an M2 MRAP, an M240 Humvee, transport Humvee, and 2 transport trucks. All right, cool. Up for their uniforms are the modern Separatist Cossack uniform kits. Their marksman rifle, because it's not going to be said on the loadout, is going to be the SVD 10 round 7.62 by 54 marksman rifle. Otherwise, they get AK-74s or AKS-74s if they want to be Chads. Thank you, Don, for making that prediction. I almost forgot. RPKs for their light machine gun, PKPs for their medium machine gunners in Delta, MP443 garages, also known as a piece of shit, for their secondary handguns. Light anti-tanks get the RPG, light anti-tank gunners, get the RPG-7. Crew and aviation get the choice of the PP-2000 or the AKS. Their assets include 4 Hilux transports, 2 transport trucks, 2 B2R80s, 1 Gaz Vodnik unarmed, and 2 static Dishkas, which makes sense because they are playing on defense. Otherwise, their 3 caches are going to be in the following areas. We've got this northern one, which appears to be this little built-up military base. However, the cache is in a very peculiar spot, which would make you think it's not actually there. So that is a nice little throwaway there. However, it is pretty exposed right here, so anyone moving in will quickly be able to see that cache and even snipe it from afar with AT if they range the shot. The second cache is in the middle of this compound. Nice little compound here. Plenty of 2-story ways to get up here. You can also... the defenders using their fortify tool can build some sandbags or some entrenchments up here to get better access to the second story positions by creating cover. And again, nice open areas to lock down around here. Same with this AO, in all honesty. You just got to watch the marauding hills and the forests that the enemy can use to get up here. But you really, as a defender on Kajari, want to lock down those open areas. Third cache also has a nice compound and perimeter. Little bit of a opening here with the forest, though, that can allow for the attacker to have some positions of cover to set base of fire as they charge forces ahead. So I'd say out of every position, this one's kind of the worst. Also, the only pre-built bit of cover for the second story is all over here, unless you want to take this window, but only one person can use that. So I'd imagine OpForce probably going to defend at most 2 of these positions. Maybe they'll defend 1, put all their eggs in one basket, set up Overwatch around 1 position. But I think with the amount of forces we have today, you could probably see a force defend that and defend that. Leave that one for Blue 4 to hit, and just make a nice defensive perimeter around those 2 positions. But let's look at who is leading. Vagrant, I would say one of the best commanders in FNF, is going to be leading OpFor here. Sweet is going to be leading Alpha, Batty, his marksman, Alexander, his medic. Alpha 1 has no leadership element, just going to be run, Bestafar, Malgrim, Alexanderu, Lurch, and Oddball. This slash determines if there's a squad leader or team leader in the group. Fun fact. No Alpha 2. Bravo being led by NASA with Pirate Sandwich as a 2IC. 2ICs are nice because they get the grenadier weapon tied to their gun. In this case, it's God, what system is that? GP25, that's it, for their grenade launcher. Depso has the marksman rifle, Pogo as the medic, Lolo leading Bravo 1 with Tommy, Kasim, and Skipu. Bravo 2 being led by Bluck with Ash, Zixmi, Wombat, and Kermit. Anyway, Flux leading, Guy Fury leading Charlie with Armored Jesus as the 2IC, Cake here as the marksman, Novix as the medic, Flux leading Charlie 1 with Kane, Vince, Korvac, Rouster, and Zoni, aka Papega Pirates in Op 4. I don't see Scandy on the rest of the roster, which means Scandy is going to be on Blue 4. Night Owl leading Delta with Major Con and Tackleberry being the 2 machine gunners in Delta with the PKP. Under Delta 1, there is no Delta 2, though, so it's just going to be a 3-man machine gun support team. Echo, the Matt team, is going to be led by Banks, Swola taking the Matt weapon, Wheaton and Eric taking the 2 assistant roles. How Matt works is the ammunition is distributed per person between the gunner and the 2 assistants. So the gunner gets 2 rockets, and then each assistant gets 2. So by having both assistants and Swola, 3 people that can have rockets, it's 3 times 2. In this case, 6 rockets total for that group. In the RPG, you can safely range up to 500 meters before the optic doesn't range anymore, and then you have to guess. But I've seen people, make shots up to 700 or 800 meters easy with that. And if you're lucky, you can take out helicopters with it 2 clicks away. Bonus points to anyone that knows that reference from what video I'm talking about. Otherwise, Pierce, Snatch Parrot, and Wiki Finn all under Gamma 1. They're going to be taking a vehicle. Gamma 2 has Kabubi Face and Steve. Both of them are going to be BTR 80 crews for mobile support weapons. Nice. Fresno taking command. Curie as the 2IC. I have never seen Fresno command before, so this should be interesting. Shy leading Alpha with Charlotte, Lolo, Tim Kappa, Patriot, Huel, and Olaf. Looks like they just merged all of the Alpha assets together. Bravo being led by Lusode with Rufy as the marksman. Waldo leading Bravo 1, Jabby, Ahmad, and Leary. Bravo 2 has no leadership. It's just Camera, Crazy, Pro Hunter, and Gogu. Charlie being led by Norris with Soy Boy as the 2IC. Bates as the marksman. Hunt as the medic. Gordon leading Charlie 1 with Yuki, Anara, Stutz, Lachman, Harrington, and Jirka. And Charlie 2 being led by Rodrigue with Blast Hayes, Nicholas, Newton, Alipuz, and Puma. Delta being led by Arcane with Winter Scarab as the 2IC, Blam as, I believe, the medic. Delta 1 being led by Puma with Cats, Dobbs, Nemesis, and Nyander. Under him, Yanni Finn leading Delta 2 with Colas, Purton, and Mirwell under him as well. Echo, the Matt team, just has 2 guys, so they're only going to have 2 rockets because they have to have leadership to take those roles. I'm assuming that means Colin is leading and Kevin is the gunner. And Panagonuts, I think he's meant to be merging into Alpha because Alphas merge everyone together, so he's alone on Alpha 1 until he joins in. Otherwise, the reason Blue 4 is in so many different positions is because they're using flagpoles to teleport around from various staging points they can take, and it looks like Blue 4 is going to be setting up 2 different attacks in Ohio here. The first is going to be from the direct west, almost kind of the northwestern side, and then another one from the south to attack from the, coming in at an angle, moving northwest, and then these guys kind of just moving direct west, if not slightly southwest. Op 4, meanwhile, looks like they're going to, as I predicted, set up a defensive line along these 2 sectors. And otherwise, that is pretty much it for that recap there. We'll see how the player base does. The only thing I can think of in addition is Blue 4's probably going to move up and use these tree lines to get right on top of this objective here based off what we can see on the map. And then this group might try to move tree line to tree line here. One possibility is they take this tree line and then move to that one and then that one while covering each other, or they go completely around, use this tree line as cover, and then deploy in this tree line and then move to that objective from there. This one Op 4 is predicting, though, and you've already seen some pretty nasty bunkers get set up so they can properly overwatch. They've even made some nice little kill holes right here to try to deny Blue 4 the ability to maneuver on that direction. Woo! Sark, you passed out mid-op last night. My stream was still up. Damn, bro. I'm sorry to put you to sleep. Oh, man. All right. Just texting my mother for Sunday because it is Mother's Day and she likes to kidnap me for it. But I mean, beyond that, Kujari is just a bunch of open fields or forested jungle fighting, depending on where you take it. There can also be a river The major town is over here, but it's not that much. And then you got some pretty big villages on the northern side by the airfield. But beyond that, it's just going to be a lot of open warfare and both sides utilizing their heavy machine guns to get everything that they can done. Blue 4 for advancing with cover fire, Op 4 for denying any advancement. I think the things to watch, though, are going to be the two BTR-80s and seeing where they're positioned.
Let's get a warm
And
welcome,
that
shall we?
is going to more than likely make the difference. Blue 4 doesn't have the largest mat team, though, so they're going to really be relying on their 50 cals to take out the BTR-80s where they can. But I think Op 4 is just going to keep them as mobile assets or flanking assets to try to stop Blue 4's advancing here. I might have said Blue 4 is doing that. I meant Op 4, but you get my point. The mommy milkers comment. I don't even remember what context that was in, but sure. Why not? Ohio, so it's a CBRN-based mission. No, that's tomorrow. Aw, man. So how's everyone's Friday? Oh, yeah, the TMTM mission. That was a funny stream because my my internet connection crapped out and I left the server. And at that point, Bloodway and I ordered pizza and I just took that as a sign to chill with her and eat said pizza. But that was a funny mission. Contact was a little light for my choice, which is also why I left, because the first time I played that mission, Contact was much heavier and I was a javelin gunner and I loved every second of it, even though I got murdered multiple times. Ah, man. One minute. I love making these Ohio jokes, though.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Let's see, other things I can talk about. I'm probably not going to be releasing any more DayZ content on YouTube simply because it just doesn't do well enough. And now that I'm not uploading every day because the algorithm is preventing me from having any growth if I upload every day. And they only want me to upload 4 videos tops a week, preferably 3 though. That immediately created a massive Arma front log. So if you want DayZ, because I know a few people asked about that, you're just going to have to watch the streams or the VODs. Oh, I'll always upload on VODs. Yeah, definitely. 2 a day if I can help it. Otherwise 1, because, you know, I've caught up at that point. But, you know. Don, not the ones I mentioned. That recovered that I mentioned in the chat. It's just in experimenting with it, it seems YouTube now wants me to only upload a certain way. But the other thing that kicked in last summer, that's been taken care of. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, I have to talk about it in DMs because I don't want to talk about it publicly because it involves certain people with fragile egos, and I don't want to piss them off because if I do, then they're going to try to ruin my life again. Anyway, round has started. And right off the bat, we got Echo driving far north. And Blue 4 driving up with 2 M2 Humvees, and we've got 2 113s on the rear here. Echo might get sniped outright, but it looks like they're going to chill in this village for now. It's a good idea for Op 4 on defense right now to have the Echo Mat team outside of the AO and call them in where needed. That way they can get behind enemy vehicles and snipe them and then quickly redeploy. The risk, though, is where you put them. Because at that point, you want them to be out of the way, but you never know what the enemy might try to move forces in. I did predict these 2 routes, though, that Blue 4 would take, because they're the obvious ones, but they're also on the wide flanks. So Op 4's only real choice is to kind of put them on the top left of the map and hide them. Because otherwise, yeah, they'll just be driving in the open, and then maybe something will spot them and take them out. So it's, whew, it's messy. Now the question is going to be, is anyone going to spot that vehicle? Oh boy. Now, are those 113s going to go into the village, or are they going to move on? Because if they dismount and clear that village, Echo
I
is
can positively
screwed.
say I see fuck all south. Wait! Behind us, fucking town, I see... Break! Rara, the town we just fucking missed, there's a Vic in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
There's a fucking pickup truck there. That's an enemy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Honestly, light that with 50 cal. Because there's a Vic right there. And F&F doesn't put random Vics in the, in their maps here, so everyone's turning around. Op4 is gonna lose their echo, but let's see if they can get a few snipes in. Yep. There's the first snipe. That kills pretty much everyone except Lolo. That's funny. Charlotte found him, and then Charlotte gets blown up. I love it. Second AT goes in to double tap Lolo! Screw you, you found us, you die now. I love it. Aggressive breach time. Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Bad time to reload, buddy. Eric is hiding. Yeah, I would hide too. Make him think there was only 3 people there. Oh god, the building just went up. Might have killed more friendlies. You know, why didn't we just blow the building up to... Or blow the Vic up to blow the building up in the first place? I think that would have been a bit easier, but that's a bit metagamey to know. So not everyone would. I think they're double tapping. All right, so we got Blue 4. They're crossing this little bridge down here. They're gonna move in on foot. All right, let's actually see. Op 4 lost 3 guys. They lost their mat weapon. Blue 4 lost 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't see Charlotte, so disconnected. So 5 people in a Humvee. So Op 4 kinda went a little positive on that, and if Eric gets up and gets a few kills, then it's slightly favoring Op 4, but at the same time, it's just gonna be about how valuable. Oh god, I stand corrected. Iander found the mat weapon. Never mind. It was a bad trade. They gave Iander AT. That's a very bad trade. So they fired 2, so there would be 4 left. Eric was an assistant, but I don't see his backpack, so it might be that butt pack. So there's at least 2 somewhere in here on the bodies. And now we just wait with bated breath. All good, Charlotte. Sorry you're having a bad time. All right, these guys should hear that vehicle.
Fish on. Come.
Yeah, Kiri's yelling at him. That's a BTR. It's not your friend. They've called the Echo Mat team. Honestly, the 50 cal, this thing can run circles around that thing.
Fall back.
Kevin's an assistant, actually, not a team leader. Neat. So they're falling back instead. Command's dispersing. When they should be mounting in the Vic and driving away. So I don't know where Curie's running to.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna make it to the compound here.
So he's gonna run to that compound and get picked up. These guys hear the vehicles. Yeah, no one ever thinks to check the remaining buildings. You never know what you might find. And the game of cat and mouse continues. Have you done anything? Nope, you're still hiding. Ah, he dropped his RPG backpack right there. They're still looting. It's free real estate. Just see the bodies in the rubble. Looks like they actually... Oh, Iander decided not to take it, I guess because he couldn't find any additional rounds for it. This is round 2. There will still be one more round after this. That's funny, though. He might actually find the RPG and take it. Because he'll have 2 rounds for it. Oh no, Blue 4 still has a really solid chance to win this. The opening fights usually mean nothing. Usually. The fighting for Ohio continues. How's Steve? He's somewhere in here. I don't remember where, but he's somewhere. Yeah, he's in a BTR. Gonna be honest, the best thing for Eric to do right now would be check this building, see if he can find a Blue 4 rifle, and then just move behind Blue 4 and shadow them and then try to snipe them on foot.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
All right, you want to run a one-man war? Let's see it. So the reminder to Blue 4 is in future events, you might want to check all the buildings because you never know what might be there. But I love how Blue 4 is now turned around upon hearing that gunfire and they've stalled their advance.
I said they're in contact with just one EI.
Could be the guy who has our mat ammo.
Could be the guy who's the mat.
I mean, we left it to you though already.
He wants to have Alpha regroup and push past us first. I just asked him. Apparently they're heading here right now.
Alright, so they're mounting up and moving out. Eric's just gonna walk up on foot. Alright. No looting, just moving and scooting. Kiri has decided to go in on his own after getting separated because a BTR was close by.
Don't bring the Vic too close, you're gonna have to proceed on foot. I think they can hear us.
Kiri warning his assistant about moving into this compound because he's acting too icy and ground command's back there. Blue 4, meanwhile, starting to set up to advance on this position right here. You got an Op 4 BTR marauding around, looking for targets. I'm gonna have to make myself some coffee between rounds 2 and 3. I'm crashing hard right now, and I don't know why.
Move up there, man.
Where?
New command net check. Begin, since there's enemy that have been called out for clear up the tracks, we should probably start moving north by now.
You have these massive forces coming around the rear. We might actually have this group. Let's look at this from a ground perspective. They've sneak up back here. They've got some hilltops they can utilize. Get right behind the enemy positions and possibly use this overwatch. And then with these, they don't know these trenches are here, but they could use these to help overwatch positions here. It's a lot of open ground to cover, though, so I'm not really sure what these guys are doing. Got a nice tower for base of fire, but doesn't really get to the sectors that they'd want to control. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna need coffee after this. My body just decided it's time to crash and sleep. Oh well. Drums, some people play them super serious. We got some Milsim groups in here, and then we have some that play it super casual, but still tactical, so you can just jump into a group that, suits your fancy, you know what I mean? If you ever want to play, just type !FNF. You'll jump into a group called Centaur, which is just their term for solo joiners and whatnot, and then they'll just slot you where they can to keep the numbers even. But yeah, I mean, I know Falcon, for example, he hated playing with the Milsim players because they were super serious, but, you know, groups like Scandi, he enjoyed back in the day. Just to give a random testimonial.
I'm not sure if I'm losing my mind or, you know,
And
what's going on.
our enemy up in front of us?
Alright, well.
Christ. And you have this guy, you have Eric stalking him back here. That would be funny if he just steals one of these 113s. Alright, Blue 4 advancing. We got this M2 over here. That's the, that's the 240 Humvee. So it might have shot at forces over here. It's tough to say. It looks like they've taken the dish gun. They've put it over here, though. I guess anticipating that advance. And you got the BTR focusing behind it. You know, Drum, I've played with veterans, I've played with non-veterans, and at the end of the day, the best players are those, are just the people with the quicker reflexes. Communication is great, it gets you organized, it sets you up for success, but at the end of the day, if you just can't hit your damn targets, then you're kind of screwed. Yet if you can hit your targets but you have shitty communication, you can still get the job done. But everyone has their own style of play, every community does things differently. And most of the time it works. They're able to find something that works for them, but sometimes everyone can have a bad day, so. That's just what I've seen over the past, what? 7 years? Good God, I'm old. And doing all this silly stuff. Alright, so you got a 50 cal Humvee overwatching as Blue 4 advances. I'm curious. I just tried doing my toggle volume key, but it didn't work. That's a shame. Eric still running up behind them again. He's beelining it for that 113. I think he's going to take it, advance further up. That would be funny because you can also go into the commander spot, turn out, and fire from the top. Up 4, meanwhile, still have the solid defensive line. Got Kiri and Friesno, the two commanders for Blue 4, just kind of set up right here. And you see this Dishka firing over at Blue 4 here. Norris's gunner just died from that Dishka burst. We can see a skull on it and the body's hunched over. And then Blue 4 advancing on the left side as the remaining group right here is going to advance and get into that territory. They're firing smoke GLs into this position to obscure it so they can advance, though they don't have anyone on Overwatch and firing, I think because they PID that there's no one there. So they're going to smoke it just in case and advance in. But again, from that objective to the other two is where the real difficulty is going to be. Looks like command was just spotted.
Wait, there's at least one
someone got shot. So these guys are pulling back. I see some bleeding there, though, so they also got hit. You see where that gunshot wound landed based off of the blood. And you got Pepega just marauding around this one position. BTR firing back at these guys as they're now advancing. Again, it is almost impossible to say who's going to win. Op4 is sending a force around to try to counterattack and encircle this group. Eric is going to be able to kick that off. This, I believe, is the Echo Blue 4 team looking for the BTRs. We got some Hunt IRs also being deployed up here. I think that is Pepega trying to find these two elements, or at least realize who they are. We see some fire landing on their rear there with no smoke to conceal their retreat in this point. I'm a little worried, though. We're seeing this group come around. They're going to find this M2 Humvee, though. Oh, is the gunner not going to spot them because there's a little bit of grass in the way? Do these guys have an RPG gunner, though? They do not. Oh, so they got to rely on killing the gunner, but it's up-armored. Looks like Eric got spotted and taken out by Blue 4 elements, so he's going to go down. That's unfortunate. Hey, FRF, how you doing? There was an RPG gunner with Zixme. I didn't see it. That has disabled that Humvee, and now this medium anti-tank team is going to suffer. Second RPG goes in. That blows Colin up in the follow-up explosion, so there goes the medium anti-tank weapon for Blue 4. So both have been nullified. We could see Op4 pick it back up and use it, though, on the Humvees. On the original group, they were trying to go around to flank. Got a BTR that's turned around. It looks like it is locking down the road here. Possibly going to snipe some people that are trying to take that cache. And then you got a small paltry force here trying to hold against a large Blue 4 onslaught, but they're in positions of cover, so they might actually be able to do it. You got Vagrant, the Op4 commander. He is being pinned down by an M2 right there. Now you have the rest of Op4's advance here on this position. Block getting knocked out by a grenade as Kevin panically throws everything that he can to try to stop this group from coming up and flanking him. Eric was double tapped by Shy because he has the kill. You got more suppressive fire coming in here to try to pin anyone down so Op 4 can push up and engage. Kevin was found. He turns his head right into the gunfire, and Dixme gets the headshot. Wombat found the body, might loot the medium anti-tank weaponry there. Blue 4, meanwhile, have advanced just to the edge of the cache here. I see them potentially breaking in and taking that position, but this final one's going to be the toughest. Maybe we'll see Blue 4 do a proper sandwich, but there's just way too much open ground here to work with. We also see that both of these trucks' engines have been knocked out, so they can't be moved anymore. They were deployed at this angle, I think, to provide additional cover. Got Night Owl trying to fire rounds over to eliminate Bravo 2. They're pulling some of their elements back, but we see a body right here, indicating the dangers of fighting from open positions here. Anyway, cache has been destroyed. That BTR is instead moving away and not going to try to get some snipes in. We'll see where it tries to redeploy. Meanwhile, Blue Force command elements have pushed north. They might try to loop around. I'm not sure if they know that Bravo 2 is in between them for Op 4. And you've got Alpha right here in this nice little custom-made bunker trying to shoot at and stop any Blue 4 advancement right here. So you can hear Sweet taking more and more hits. 50 cal truck is suppressing this position. Rounds are going to ricochet inside.
Yeah, they're making a hot push in the west.
Looks like they're dropping some of their magazines to collect from. They made a little bit of an ammo cache there, continue suppression. Looking at it, though, what worries me right now for Blue 4 is they only have 2/3 of their force committed between here and here, but the remaining third is all the way back here because they were overwatching this group. So how do these guys push in, and where do they push in to keep stalling Op 4's lines? Because if Op 4 thinks that they have the whole situation contained, they're going to start throwing forces on the flanks to try to encircle and eliminate those forces. So by throwing those forces out there, that allows Blue 4 the opportunity to push additional flanks and try to stretch Op 4's defensive line thin. But if they're too slow to do that, then, you know, Blue 4 will just get encircled and eliminated, and that's going to open up more troops to do it. But look at that. We got this bunker being pushed. Grenades thrown inside, and that eliminates the garrison. Again, what's really going to help with the defenders, though, is all of these open fields. You literally have 5 dudes up here, or 4 dudes in a BTR, locking down all these elements. BTR just pushed up, and the engine of this Vic was knocked out. They only had a 240, though, so that wasn't going to pen into the BTR at all. And, well, now they're down. AT was just fired up. It was short, though. That might have been a GL, actually. It sounded a little too weak to be a GL. Yep, so it's a GL, I think, by Roofy here. Oh, no. I don't know where that's coming from. I just heard another launch, though. So it is close by. But yeah, usually the BTRs would be the first thing to get sniped, but Op 4 has been being very mobile with them. And that just hasn't allowed for Blue 4 to pin them down and eliminate them. It also doesn't help that Blue 4 Matt was eliminated early on. Both sides' Matt were eliminated early on, to be honest. Funny enough, though, we see that Op 4 has stolen Blue 4's Matt, and they just got a Humvee kill with it. So now Op 4 has the Matt back, and ooh, it's going to be messy. By the way, Matt, medium anti-tank. The heaviest AT launcher on the map. Both sides start with one if they choose to slot it, and yeah, it's been very messy watching both of those sides get grouped up and eliminated. But Op 4 finally has the Matt back because their original Matt team was ambushed further to the north. And ironically, the group that ambushed the Matt team is now getting hit by Matt. Stolen by them from their Echo team. But otherwise, Blue 4 advancing here. Doing their best in this situation. Op 4, I think, has actually pulled some of their forces back to make a new defensive line and are starting to concede this position. That's going to allow Blue 4 more cover to move up on. And that's also because they committed a big chunk of their force to come around and flank, but there's no real way for them to come around because this is all open, so they're going to have no choice to pull back. But maybe Blue 4 by then will have them cut off. And again, we see that Charlie is just not being committed on Blue Force side. We got an MRAP pushing with forces, but these guys are going to be left to going on foot. Maybe they can still be useful if they push the southern side of the central objective. But this is definitely going to eat up the entire clock at the rate things are going. So I'd assume all F&F matches are going to be long ones, unless the third one's just a short and sweet. But, I mean, the last one went down to the wire. This one's definitely going to go down to the wire just on the pacing of it all. Now you got the BTRs going in the open area over here, not realizing that this is all enemy territory, but this is the medium anti-tank group here. And wow, we just saw one Blue 4 guy get hit by a marksman round, and we just saw AT fired into this compound. I think that was Bravo 2 here firing a mat round in there just for the hell of it, because it sounded like a Moz, and they got a knockout there. But AT was fired onto these guys. I think it was from their rear, though. But now you got WikiFin trying to get some pickoffs here. This BTR's turnaround is now trying to fire. They're putting GLs on him, as Kabubi, I think, is trying to do some engine repairing. But the power of that PKT, it has 250 rounds. It can fire for quite a long time. It's that KPVT, the armor penetrating around. That's the one that only has 50 rounds, and you want to use it sparingly, but against infantry, that 250 round PKT box can definitely clear the area, especially when cover is so limited. It's very easy to suppress your opponent at that point. Otherwise, this vehicle's pushed up. Looks like a lot of these guys have moved off of this position, and now these BTRs are moving with impunity because they realize they can just advance on their own. We got an open fight right here. Unfortunately, the winner of open fights like these always is whoever has more numbers, and Op4 definitely has more numbers. That was 2 versus 7 or 8 Op4 right there, and Blue 4 just got annihilated. So now this northern group is starting to get piecemealed here. Southern group still advancing in. So I think we're going to see Op4 eliminate this group and then turn around and start eliminating that group. So it's really looking like an Op4 victory right now. These guys have gotten out of the BTR and they're chucking grenades in here. Iander doing his best to hide in this little spot, but he can be keyholed right now, but Op4's own BTR is in the way of that. You can see him right there. Got some heavy machine gun fire going. I think Puma sees the cache, actually, and he's trying to mag dump it. That's exactly what he's doing. He might actually kill it. He saw Run's head, though, and he's trying to headshot him. And he gets it. So there's only one cache left. Unfortunately, it's the most heavily defended one, but we got a lot of Blue 4 coming around it. Fresno's spotted, and he is forced to pull back as he gets shot in the back a few more times. His 2IC died in the forest. Now, this is Papega Pirates defending. In terms of Op4, this is probably one of the best two. Actually, no, this is one of the best two communities out there. Arguably the best. Them and Scandi always go toe-to-toe, but Scandi is getting torn up on Blue 4's side by Op4, but they got that cash, so it's going to be up to Charlie here to push up with this MRAP and get up here, but you got that Dishka firing in. They knocked the gunner out of that MRAP. Now you just need to see Blue 4 continue this advance. The BTR's turned around. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that Blue 4 has any type of ordnance to take that BTR out. So it looks like someone turned out and got eliminated. Norris has to be careful. He doesn't want to run into that BTR as it's backing up. I say as he keeps running behind it, I guess trying to stay away from it. Oh, they're moving up to the cover right here. They might not realize, though, that this is all Blue 4. They're taking some suppressive fire from over here. Norris tries to climb on top of it. Grenades going at it. Is the gunner gonna see him? The gunner starts engaging. There goes Waldo getting his legs blown out by KPTV and then picked off by BKT. Now you got Norris caught in the open. Steve is panic firing right now. Norris has no choice but to fire with his rifle. Hold on! They're satcheling it! They're satcheling the damn but the BTR's moving away! But the BTR's still going! But the BTR is still going! No! god! And now the VTR is going to clean up the remaining Blue 4 now that it has the high ground and it's flanking this Blue 4 element. It's a slaughter. Blue 4 trying their best to get into cover. You got this Overwatch group back here. Most of Blue 4 on the north's been cleaned up. I think it is over. It is rare to see BTRs be this effective in FNF, but Op4 played them perfectly and was lucky in the sense that Blue 4 was so spread out they weren't able to overwatch each other with their light anti-tank, and Echo was on their own and quickly got picked off by Bravo 2. And that they ran out of mat ammo when they stole Op4's mat weapon, but even then the BTRs were never on the northern side. My god, and now you're just watching them get cleaned up as now you got Keenan Roster coming in to double tap everyone on this group. Other BTR comes in, dodges an AT hit. Steve is still going for it. He's on 5 kills. AT might have disabled the gun actually because I don't see it turning, so he's going to be driving back. Other BTR might come in to assist at this point. It's over. You got Op4 now pushing more forces down here. Some Blue 4 Marauders getting attacked though. Dishka firing into the open fields right here. Pierce retreating into the smoke. BTR is still taking heavy fire, but they're angling the gun to shoot at people, I think, because they can't turn it. But now this is distracted Blue 4, and now Op4 is right on top of them. BTR is making sure not to run over the infantry, as now Blue 4 are turning around only to get shot to death as Op4 counterattacks. It's up to Ali now. Unfortunately, King is making a house call, and there goes Ali Booz. And that is it. We are down to 3 Blue 4 players here. We got Fresno, the commander, Nemesis, the lone Scandi recon wonder, on 2 kills. And then we got Cullis, I think, is back here, trying to get some kills with his 240, using it as a marksman rifle. Can Nemesis sneak into the final compound and kill the cache? There's way too many defenders. Vagrant is pulling point security, as he should as the commander, being right on top of the objective. He should be that last line of defense. Yeah. I'm not going to call it yet. There's still a chance Nemesis can channel his inner Rodrigo. There, we jinxed him. We know who's going to win now, but there's too many variables here. Ay. We'll see how round 3 goes. AT is fired up into this defensive line. More ATs fired at I don't even know. Oh. It's because they stole the MRAP and now he's getting shot at. And he's friendly wiggling. Oh my god. Yeah, Nemesis firing back at Ash. Oh, he actually got a kill. Nemesis is going for blood. And he gets his 4th kill. Got a massive amount of suppression coming down. Fresno's pulling back. But here comes the BTR. Well, Nemesis was strong with 4 kills, but Zixme is a monster. He has 2 vehicle kills and 7 infantry kills. He started this as an RPG gunner. He then found Blue Force medium anti-tank weapon and got 2 vehicle kills with it. And then he found a 240 Bravo, and he's just been slaughtering. This is why I say Zicky and Zixme in OFCRA are the 2 top dogs in OFCRA, because you give them the tools, and they will draw blood over and over again. I almost feel bad for Frisno hiding on this little hill. The BTR is hungry. The BTR is very hungry. Unfortunately, Malcolm found him and eliminated him with an RPK. All right, and then it was up to Cullis. A 240 Bravo gunner, 1 kill in his own right. Oh, this round's gonna get stalled. I'm gonna be honest. Don, you here to pay it out? Or Az can pay it out as well because he's a mod. I'm gonna go make my instant coffee. I want you guys to keep your eye on Cullis, okay? I'm gonna leave you to the man that I know is totally gonna one-man this entire scenario. He's gonna do it. I'll be back in a few minutes. Good luck, everyone. Again, round 3 will start momentarily. How's he doing? Oh. He's not doing. He's not doing. Yeah. What happened to him? Looks like he made it quite a good distance though, but yeah. Huh. That don't look good. That really don't look good. His body ate too many bullets? Yeah. You know, that'll happen. It's unfortunate. Well, I'm just whisking up my Korean iced coffee right now. Spoonful of Insta coffee, spoonful of sugar. Get a teaspoon of the hottest water you can get. Get a whisk. Disintegrate the solids, tilt the bowl aside, whisk it back and forth very quickly until you get stiff peaks. It's like beating egg whites. And then you mix it with either milk or, what are they called? I'm blanking on it. Evaporated or condensed milk. If you want it sweeter, then use the... I think it's condensed milk has the extra sweetness to it, and evaporated milk, it just gives it that extra milky flavor. So it's rich and smooth. Alright, I'm gonna keep whisking that in a second. Let's go ahead. Everyone wants to be a spectator. Alright, let's go into our third round. I'll set it up. And maybe this will be a quick one, or maybe it'll be long and drawn out again. I haven't had FNF go to like 6:30 in a while, so I guess it was time. Serrani. Alright, this is round 3. Blue 4 is attacking 2 green 4 objectives. Blue 4 has a 6% numbers advantage. 3 M240 Humvees. 2 M240 RHIBs. An armed Huey and Little Bird, while Green 4 has a PKM Humvee, 4 static Dishkas, and an M240 boat. Okay. We're gonna see some river battling. I like it. Let's go for it. All right. What is our number count right now? We're at about 92. I think we started in the triple digits for round 1. Round 2 at 95. Round 3 down to that. Oh, the peaks are starting to break. So I gotta keep whisking. You can hear my thoughts as I type. Yeah, I like to sound it out just to let you guys know what I'm writing. Fresno, I thought your plan was good. You definitely read the AO properly. Unfortunately, you had no control of your Echo being intercepted, but they should have stayed with an infantry group instead of being on their own, because that made them prone to being flanked. And you had no control of how slow Charlie was to push into the AO. Because what ended up happening was you had 3 different attacking elements that all attack different sides at different times. And without Charlie going in there to further stop Op4 from being able to outmaneuver and outflank your individual attacks by keeping the final group pinned at the final cache, they just were able to push forces out and then encircle and eliminate you. And again, it didn't help that your mat got destroyed, because then the BTRs were able to run circles around your infantry. But overall, it was a good plan, but it just, you know, communication kind of got screwed at the end. But at that point, that's not your fault. That's just the infantry not working together. The summary of round 2, bruh. Well, that's also because I watched 2 Blue 4 guys drive up to a BTR and try to satchel charge it. And then instead of getting back in the vehicle and driving back, they tried to run. And then the explosions of the satchel destroyed their vehicle. And that combined explosion killed them, while the BTR literally drove 5 meters away and was completely immune. Well, yeah, no, but by stealing the SMA, we created the monster known as Zixmi, and he was able to get 7 kills and 2 vehicle kills. That was pretty intense. All right, I got my stiff peaks. Now I need to go blend this with some milk, and then I can add the caffeinate option. So I'll be back in a second. I gotta mix this with some milk. Frisno, I saw you get killed at the end. That counts. All right. There we go. What an artisan with the coffee. It's funny enough. Sorry, my mind just flashed through 3 different things. Let me go through the chain of thoughts. First off, when I look up recipes, I hate when they have a massive story tied to the damn recipe. And I hate it even more because I was just about to give you a story on how I found this recipe in the first place, and I just realized I am what I hate. So that's great. But anyway, funny enough, the recipe I used for this Korean iced coffee I got from a place in Alexandria. What was it? Kogia, I believe is what it was called. One of the first Korean barbecue joints that Bloodwind and I would frequent when we were in college. And they'd always end the meal by giving you this Korean iced coffee blend. And I finally asked them, hey, how do you make this stuff? Because it's delicious. And they told me. And now it's just my go-to drink whenever I need to wake myself up, usually while I'm streaming. Or get through the damn day. And then here's the thing. Small stories like that are fine. But I remember I saw this damn recipe where this person literally talked about their Jewish heritage through World War II. And the recipe was literally like 5% of the page. And the rest of the page was like 70% story, 5% recipe. And the rest was like all this extra BS ad stuff on the bottom. And it's like, good freaking God. Please. Just give me a jump to button. Because some people, they will do the jump to recipe button. I thank them for that. But some people don't. And then I'm just digging through paragraphs and paragraphs of stuff, and it's like, good God. I just want an instant noodles recipe, please. I'm hungry. Oh God, Don. Oh yeah, no, I mean, there's so many different recipe sites out there, though, that if I get a single pop-up, I'll just back up and look for something else. Unless I'm in a very specific mood for something, and not all recipes do it the same way. Like, if a recipe has beaten egg whites or a certain thing like cream of tartar or something. Actually, yeah, it is always with the damn egg whites, like a whiskey sour. I also have the mic pulled a little away so I can drink. Zixme, no, you're not allowed to talk about the Polish, Zixme. We've been over this. Your views are very, Twitch banny, and I can't let you use my platform as a medium for them, okay? Buddy, we talked about this. Did you go to that therapist I recommended? Damn it. But I will say you did well last round, Zixme. Good job. You went on a little bit of a slaughter. I think Flying Finn is talking about the North and the South Pole at that point. Man. Who's DMing me? Oh my God, it's Dream. Sent me a heart. Sending him a heart back. I haven't seen SL Dream in a hot second. Did he connect? He did. Alright, he's on blue for noise. Stubbs, if you can send me that over Discord. I'm not sure if I have a Maretto, but that sounds good. I have like 5 cocktail recipes from people through Discord that I just all have bookmarked. Because you guys send me some really good stuff. God damn it. No, don't Don't give Zix me ammo to speak about stuff, because then I have to hover over the freaking timeout button. Oh god, it's my fiance. How are you? That's my coffee. That's my coffee. Are you that brain dead too, studying for your finals?
I'm about to go into a 3-hour study session.
Yeah, that you're leading. You did this to yourself.
Yep. It helps me when you
I know, because when you teach, I know, we've had this conversation.
but kill me.
Okay, rope? What? Oh, it was in my beer. Okay. Goober.
Ludwig teaches? Yeah.
She doesn't teach. She's,
I'm helping, like, so
okay, no, I got it. She's doing her master's. She's getting straight A's because she's a nerd. But the best way that she learns the content is she'll get a bunch of people from the class and she'll go over a study session with everyone and teach everyone because that helps her learn it. I would not let you be a teacher though because they make shit pay in this country. But
You would let me be a teacher?
no, I have you get a better profession.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I know.
Maybe
But you won't be able to afford this place on a teacher's salary, that's for damn sure.
Streamer.
Got paid for all the furniture when we first moved in, yeah, Streaming's a good gig. You get to be in a robe in your underwear and drink coffee to 100 or so people watching.
Yeah, and I get to be in my sweatpants while I work my fancy corporate job.
Yeah, I know.
What's the problem?
This is why we're together. Wow.
I wouldn't mind being like a professor or something later on in life.
Oh, yeah, well, professors make good money, but teachers do not.
Well, like an adjunct, someone who comes in like for a couple, you know.
Yeah, because you're actually good at teaching, unlike a lot of your professors right now.
I don't know about that, but...
No, you've told me some of them are.
No, I mean about being good at teaching.
Well, let's see. You have a good personality. If you turn around, you've got a nice asset there. Don't hit me. Ah! Okay, round started. Stop. Hey! Ah! Hey! 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 Get your fingers out of my mouth! Okay, I have to work, okay? I love you. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I have to go to work.
Shut up. I have to get started, okay? It's a night owl mission too, which means it's gonna be epic.
Is it?
Yes.
We will make the mission.
Alright, this
Does
looks
your
good.
fiance play video? Yeah, I do. I like video games. I just haven't had a lot of time to sit in the last
Because she's doing her masters, because she's a goober. Alright, is this gonna be Q&A? Alright, go ahead. Go nuts. I'm gonna drink my coffee.
It looks like
It's roleplay, not abuse. She's not wearing the coconut or the cow outfit right now.
Someone said looks like Bloodwing is getting a master. Yeah, a degree in
I mean,
more
she
than
already
one
has
way.
one.
You're my master? I mean, it's the other way
Yes,
around.
coconut.
If
Now
I'm
calm
the
down.
one- If I'm the one getting the masters, don't you think that I'm the one getting verified as the top?
I'm not the one always asking to be tied up.
How did you guys meet at a bar? No, in high school.
We are high school sweethearts, and we've been together for
That was
over
weird.
9 years. Yeah, we do that a lot. We twin.
Oh my god, we both did it last night too. We were
yeah.
watching TV, and we were watching an episode of Fringe.
Yeah.
And a box wine comes up on the screen, and
Oh,
we
we
both
both
just
went
like,
you, box wine.
ew.
Okay. I still have a job to do, you know.
If Liru has Bloodwing, then I have hope in life. I think there is hope for everyone out there for all kinds of love. It doesn't have to be friendships, or even love without anything.
Friends with benefits.
Box wine is amazing when you don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, the best thing to do in life is to go give blood or plasma, then go get boxed wine, and only drink like a small amount and still get completely wasted because you just drained a bunch of your Why not? Why not?
It exists to get drunk. There are so many better ways to get drunk than box wine. I'm sorry.
¿No tienes SSD ticket?
What did I miss?
Friday night.
Ya, puedes poner eso y te da un boost.
You're
Y te hace estar... Sí, un boost de...
Don, I know where you live. I swear.
No, wine is completely... I'm fine with wine in general. I have no problems with you breaking out a bottle and just sitting out. It could be a fucking $10 bottle. I don't mind. I draw the line at boxed wine. And I have something to say about bagged milk too. Nah, Jake.
Buzzer, shut up. We're not talking about butt chugging. And
Yes.
Don, you're right, I don't, but I will. I will.
Boxed wine in a pinch is fine, but again, there are other options available. Like a decent bottle of wine can be like, $10 to $12 depending on what you get, and it'll probably do the same thing as boxed wine. Just why a box? Just why are you chicken brothing your wine? Like, I don't understand. It's not. Like,
Shut up, Don.
Because I have to commit to wine if I want it. Doesn't mix well with anything else. I feel the same way. I am very hesitant to get like a whole thing of wine. But see, that's why I like hard alcohol, because you can mix it with a bunch of stuff, right? Like you can,
You do?
I do.
Do you like taking shots of Everclear too, honey? Oh. You were hacking after that one. This goober thought Everclear was vodka.
Isn't fizzy wine just sparkling wine?
All right, honey, I do have to get started for this round, okay? I love you. Here, do you want to finish the coffee?
No, that's all you.
Okay.
What about bleach? Chugging bleach?
The rain is very loud.
Take the Tide Pod Challenge. I think that's out of style, though.
The only bleach I like is the
Yes, you do, you obsessed weeb. Anyway. I thought you were going to hold it, but okay. Coffee's everywhere now. All right, it's time to get started. Yep. We good?
La MG42 que tiene diferente.
Those are from my nose. What the f— All right, get out of here.
Is it excretion?
Get out of— Shut up! Get out of here. Can I get started now, honey? Okay. Love you. There you go. Can I get started now? Okay. No, she dropped something on accident. Or it fell out of the bowl. I don't know. Bye, honey. All right. Let's get started with the round here. And no, I will not take any additional questions. Mission made by Night Owl. Dr. Continent's Cruel Cove Destroy version 2. Background. The evil Dr. Continent is probably up to no good again. Probably. Attack him at his coastal retreat, which features challenging terrain. Notes: for Green 4, 2 Dishkas at each objective. For Blue 4, 1 heli and 1 RHIB boat at each safe start. Game mode is cache destruction. Similar to the last round, the attacking faction have to destroy both caches. In this case, it's 2 compared to last round, it was 3. If they both destroy both caches, then they win. If the defenders can at least keep 1 cache alive, they win. And of course, if you wipe out your entire opponent, you win by default. Otherwise, 1,500 meters of a render distance, 100 build points, which is a little lower than the standard 125. No magnified optics, nor NVG equipment. Blue 4 get a SMA for their mat team. Green 4 get a Moz. I don't see Blue 4 with an Echo team, though, and I don't see... Okay, there is an Echo team for Green 4, though, so they will be rocking that Maz. Otherwise, uniforms for Blue 4, they're going to be using modern Marine kits here. We got your Platoon Leader, Platoon Sergeant, Squad Leader, Team Leader, Auto Rifleman Assistant, Grenadier, Grenadier IR. Grenadier IRs have the Hunt IR 40mm camera grenades. They put them up into the air, and it gives them a nice bird's eye view because it's really just a camera with a parachute. Machine Gunner Assistant, Combat Engineer... which have the choice of 4 different types of explosives, 2 explosive satchels or 4 explosive charges. You can also throw them like grenades. Satchels you can throw up to a meter. Charges you can throw like regular grenades. Or 3 AT mines or 4 tripwire mines, 2 being HE, 2 being flare. Light anti-tank, medium anti-tank, 1 in assistance, which is an Echo. 2 in assistant don't exist anymore. Neither does RI, RIS, and SMP. You got a DMR, which for Blue 4 appears to be a Mark 11. Then you got your crew lead, crewmen, pilots, medics, and your base kit. Loadouts are going to be M27s or M4A1s, M9s for their handguns. Light machine gunners, Alpha Bravo and Charlie get M249s. Medium machine gunners get M240 Gulfs. Light anti-tank for Alpha Bravo and Charlie is going to be AT4s. Do not twerk while I am working, woman. I can't even hear you. All right. Crew and Aviation get an MP7 or an M4A1. I will spank you. I will get up. Nothing on crew served weapons. Their assets include 10 boats. Yeah, you better run. 10 boats. We got... I have one rule with her. She's not allowed to wag her ass around me, otherwise I get up and I give it attention. Anyway, 8 transport Humvees, 3 M240 Humvees, 2 RHIBs. These RHIBs have a 240 on the front. It does say 12.7, but on the roster it said M240, so I'm assuming they re-scripted them to fire 7.62 by 51 instead of 12.7. We have an MH Little Bird, which means it's just a transport, but they do have a countermeasure pod, but there's no lock-on AA. And then you have a UH-1H armed with what appears to be 1,000 rounds of 7.62 by 51, so a 240 on either side. Okay. No Green 4. Sorry, I just ran up the stairs to grab her, so I'm a little out of breath, and I just had a full thing of coffee, yada-da. Green 4 is going to be Turkish kits, so I'm going to scroll down to see what their marksman rifle is, because it's not on the roster. That appears to be a Scar H. Okay. Loadout-wise, they have HK-33A2s or HK-416s, Glock 17s for their secondary, Mini-Me's for their light machine gunners, MG3s for their medium machine gunners in Delta. Light anti-tank's going to be an RPG-7, and crew and aviation are going to get the MP5 or 416. Anyway, thought you were having a heart attack about their loadouts? Yeah, right. How are you doing, Everett? Good to see you, buddy. Otherwise, nothing on crew-served weapons. They have 4 transport boats, 4 static Dishkas, 2 at each objective, an M1151, which is an up-armored Humvee with a PKM up top, and an RHIB, again, with its 12.7 re-scripted to fire 7.62. Otherwise, looking at the player count, we got Kiri leading Green 4 here. Cullis has command of Alpha, Dobbs as the medic, Yanni as the 2IC, Puma leading Alpha 1 with Casimir, Will Nemesis, Pertin, Shy, and Iander with the RPG. So that is Scandy Recon on Green 4 here. Wheaton leading Bravo with Major Khan as the marksman. You see that Scar H right there. Generally, best ways to tell the difference between a Scar L and a Scar H. First off, Scar L, Scar Light, 5.56, Scar H, Scar Heavy, 7.62. Usually it's the magazine. So if it's a box magazine, that usually means it's a Scar H. Not to say that 20-round box magazines of 5.56 can fit in Scar Ls. I believe they can, but more often than not in Arma, usually that box is an indication that it's a Scar H instead of a Scar L. Scar L is going to have that curved Stanag 5.56 mag. Anyway, Swola as the medic. Banks, no leadership in Bravo 1, so Bravo 1 just says Banks, Tackleberry, Eric, and Ash. Lusod leading Bravo 2 with Cameron, Pro Hunter, Crazy, Gogu, and Mike. Norris leading Charlie with bases, the 2IC, Apostolitos Elidis, that's it, being the marksman, and Soy Boy being the medic. Excuse me. Charlie 1 has Yuki, Hunt, Stutz, and Harrington under Charlie. And there's no Charlie 2. Delta just has Roderick leading Nicholas Patriot, Renly, Olaf, and Huel. Huel, Olaf, and Nicholas appear to be the MG3 gunners, and we just have 2 leadership elements with them as well. And I think Nicholas was an assist. Actually, no, Renly's the assistant because he doesn't have an MG3, so he just has extra ammo for him. And then Sam, Lolo, and Alexander are going to be a 3-man mat team. I can't tell who's who because they're all on a boat right now, but at least one of them is going to have the gun. One of them is going to be an assistant, and the third one's either going to be a radio guy or another assistant. Anyway, looking over at Blue 4, we got Depso leading Tymic as the 2IC. Guy Fury, so Pepega Pirates are under Blue 4. Guy Fury leading Alpha. Army Jesus has the 2IC. Novix as the marksman. Rufy as the medic. You can tell because leadership up top. Second role has the grenade launcher. Third role has the marksman. Fourth has just a regular rifle. Fresno leading Alpha 1 with King, Rooster, Korvac, and Zoni. Moneyman leading Alpha 2 with Flux, Vince, Callison, Leroy, and Marco. NASA leading Bravo with Pirate Sandwich as the 2IC. Kermit as the marksman. Pogo as the medic. Bluck leading Bravo 1, Skipu, Wombat, and Lolo. Lurch leading Bravo 2 with Alicandaru, Swede, Malgrim, Ronda, and Bestafar. Dream leading Delta with Grab as the 2IC. Looks like they merge off Delta together. Night Owl as the medic. Waldo, Tim Capabatti, and Arcane taking the machine gunner roles. Winter Scarab as an assistant, and Jobby. Okay, no, Arcane's a leader, and Jobby is a machine gunner role. Pierce is flying the helicopter with Wikifin and Snodge Bear as his gunners. Steve flying the actually no, Mackenzie's flying the helicopter, and Steve, Mike, and Vagrant are in Charlie. And they're going to be on the sides of the helicopter shooting out with, looks like M249s. Interesting. Otherwise, 1 minute remaining. Looks like Blue 4 is opting to mainly coming from the north. And then they got the Huey that's going to deploy a group from the south. They're not going to be taking any boats. Let's look at the 2 objectives here. First objective is right here on this little military base. We got some islands that Blue 4 could potentially go and land on. We got some river crossing points for a little bit of flavor, but otherwise it looks like Blue 4 is going to avoid utilizing that. And then the northern position is over here, but Green 4 has opted not to go on it. Nice little custom compound that has been made here, though. Shame it is not going to be used, but that just means it can be recycled for the future. But it looks like Green 4 is just going to hold a nice defensive position around the canyons in covering this one spot back here. So very defensive for our last sector. We'll see how Blue 4 deploys. I'm willing to bet we're going to see a lot of time being spent for Blue 4 to deploy, especially by driving around on these Humvees and basically, you know, driving up these mountaintops and whatnot. And we'll see where the helicopters deploy as well. Whew! All right. How are you all doing? Difference between RPD and RPK. Usually an RPK has stick mags, and RPD usually has a drum mag. There's probably some more technical specifications as well, but I know RPKs are usually more used than RPDs. And then the RPK also has the RPK-74, which can fire 5.45, and I'm pretty sure they've never had an RPD rechambered in 5.45. The reason I know that, though, is because I use the RPD all the damn time on Sundays with the SOG Prairie Fire stuff. It is round 3 already. Again, after that, we will be taking a break. I gotta go have a meeting with Karmacut to discuss tomorrow's mission file, and then I'll be back to play some DayZ. There's a new grind I want to do. Also Devour Keck. I will never take a breath. So helicopters landing right off here and deploying this group. That's funny, the random spot I had was where they were gonna fly these guys in. So they got Charlie here doing a little bit of medical because they dropped from a bit of a tall height. They're gonna be doing Overwatch, but they're gonna find a very empty zone back here. Meanwhile,
indeed 3 love ya, buddy.
Hope you're doing okay, Devour. Hope everything's working well with you. Thanks for the 26-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations as always, my man. And I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Alright, so Blue 4 2IC is staying back. Depso is on a boat. Oh no. Is he on the boat alone? Da-da-dun dun da-da-dun dun da-da-dun dun da-da-dun da-da-dun dun da-da-dun dun da-da-dun. Oh, you're the one! Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. What is that? What is that? That's an anime chick with a shrimp on it. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Wow, those zombies actually got through this terrain a lot quicker than I thought they would. Yeah, 3 minutes.
Command, this is...
Well, Devour, I'm glad to hear your life's going well.
This is Alpha. There's a bunker to the south of Alpha that has people in it, and we can't move forward unless...
Shut up, Flying.
I think those are friendlies. Aren't they friendlies?
What? Yeah.
They look like they're friendlies, dude.
634.
Are we sure those are enemies?
Command, this is Alpha.
Oh, those are
engaged hard.
He sees him dicking around the Dishka.
Southwest of us.
Are you kidding me? Why? Why, God, why? Alright, UH-1 has deployed Delta in the water here. They're going to try to get on an overwatch position. They're taking fire, though, as these ridge defenders just hold everything. Well, he's far away, but you hear the helicopter landing. These guys are going to get off the ridge and take the MSR into the AO itself. Weirdly enough, you have Kane all the way up here. I see. So everyone is overwatching for the King to go and win the match. This is like how I play Mountain Blade. All of my entourage is back here shooting arrows at the enemy, and I'm going to get CQC and stab everyone. All right. Hail to the King, baby. Let's see how he does. I have the utmost confidence in him. You hear some grenades being thrown at his position. Wow, there's actually a kneeling animation for these Dishkas. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. And I think they're actually getting some hits up here. They knocked one guy out. And they don't have a medic, so they might not be able to get him back up. But even the M2... Honestly, it does sound like they're firing in M2, but it could be 240. What the hell was that symbol? Thank God it doesn't appear on you, but I'm pretty sure that was a monkey sipping on a Capri Sun. Oh, the gunner got sniped off of that. That's unfortunate. I think King got that kill, actually, yep. So they're mag dumping the cash over there because you see those triangles lighting up, which indicates they're shooting. Is King gonna come up here and kill this gunner too? Yep. Oh, Norris backs up in time.
Push the east. I'm killing their finger on their position.
He got a second kill in there. Blew one of these guys away. They're now looking out, trying to figure out what's going on. He's ordering his guys to move east. And you got the UH-60 now shooting. They're taking flanking fire from down here. Yeah, so Blue 4, they've got a big chunk of their forces back here that I guess are just going the long way around. They got Delta all the way back there. They're really not committing a lot of their forces in here, but since Green 4 is committed to just holding these massive Overwatch positions, they've backed themselves in the corner, which that's not even their fault either. It's just the way this AO is designed. Blue 4 can just, you know, commit small forces in here and kill everything. So we're seeing the rest of Alpha starting to advance. Keen is now in grenade range. Oh, that's funny. He can see how many people are in here.
Take his med.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Triple kill! Quad kill for King! He doesn't get credited with the grenade kills, but that is 6 for King. 4, 5, 6. Hail to the Arma King, baby. That is 7. This man don't even notice. Is he gonna make 8? No, Monkey Man gets up there and gets the kill. Now they're taking fire from that compound over there. And that is why we call him the King. He might grab that RPG and whiff it over. We got Yanni down and double tapped. And his body does a little bit of a slip and slide. What the hell is Bravo doing? What? What can you do from over here? Oh, AT being fired in here. Fresno has unfortunately slid down the slip and slide. Rooster tries to bring the Dishka over and he gets picked off. King whiffs around, it goes short. Blue 4 Command is Depso, who's all the way up at Charlie now, because I think the helicopters lifted him up here. Got a Blue 4 body right here. Moneyman's trying to medic. You got 240s that are pushed up. That's going to relieve the suppression going on him. The gunner in here is down. This fire is intense. Wow, a GL, I think, just killed him. Cullis is down. Why were you running out in the open like that? Another RPG comes in, it goes over though. Boom. Mini-Me gunner gets the knockdown on one of the 240 gunners here. I think he just got headshotted though, yep. Yeah, I think these guys were supposed to put pressure on this hilltop, but these guys have just moved in while the rest of that, you got that team all the way over there just plinking at these guys. And then these guys slowly fold in and they're just gonna end up reinforcing this group. I'm really surprised Green 4 staying up here. It looks like they're trying to pull away, but they should be mounting in their Vic and just driving out. But at this point, it's really bad territory. A GL sends Pogo flying! And now he has an exorcism to worry about, but that got 2 kills. My God. He's, I don't think he's alive anymore. That looked painful. He's starting to believe. Why is Delta firing at their own? Why is Green 4 Delta? Whatever. I give up. So Bravo's pulling back. I mean, they could just bypass that position and come down and push this way and then take those positions and keep that position suppressed. Why are you throwing grenades? What the hell are you doing? This feels completely miscoordinated from Blue 4, but the AO is so divided that I don't think it matters. Simple J, thank you for the simple Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Now you got Papega driving up, but we have the Matt Gunner Echo here. Lolo. Oh, the driver just died. And it's just steaming past. Round was short. Oh my god, they had a rear gunner just kill that dude. It's a Papega Pirates blitz. Unfortunately, it's not really working out too hot. Papega wants to wrap this up because all of the remaining Blue 4 elements are just taking their sweet ass time to get here. Why did Bravo pull back? I swear to God. Like I said, the only reason Blue 4 is going to win this is right now if Papega somehow just one-mans this, and they're just going to prove how powerful of a group they are. And if they don't win, they're going to score enough KIAs here to just get the damn victory. That's a grenade on Banks. Banks pulls back to the corner. Arma Jesus trying to hold on his own. Gets the handgun kill. Kiri, though, comes around. They literally jumped him. And now it's a Papega Pirates assault. I'm going to be keeping track of Keen's kill count. Again, he got 3 kills with that grenade, so he's up to 7 right now. It's just they don't always count explosive kills. Leroy and Vince are pushing the tower. Oh my god. You're freaking kidding. Renly! Why were you jumping down? Use your MG3! I swear to God. Oh no, King's dead! Cossum's dead! Roster's trying to hold. Vince is down here providing Overwatch with a stolen MG3. He knocks Sam out. This is a nasty position. Roster wakes back up. He's trying to keyhole, but Roster gets the kill. Roster pushes Wheaton, only to get blown away by Swola. And then Renly blows this guy away with his own MG3. This is just chaos. This is just utter freaking chaos, and I think all of Blue 4 is dead in this compound. Now, that was only one squad. Blue 4 still has 3 others to send in, but they've all been chilling on Overwatch. I'm gonna laugh if Vince wakes back up because he wasn't double tapped. He's just vibing in this corner. Are you? No. What are you doing? Then Mike immediately gets him. This round. Oh god, and grenades are being rolled down the hill and just killing everyone. Helicopter just got wounded. What are you doing? Oh my god! Blue 4, you could just move up the way... Now Blue 4 is just gonna send forces in here piecemeal and completely blow away the advantage that they were having. This op was literally designed for the attackers to win because Green 4 only had so many positions they could possibly defend from. And now it's just turning into a Charlie Foxtrot and a half. So much manpower got wasted with that. It's like Vince bled out. See, if they were going to do that, they should have coordinated Pepega moving into the zones with those helicopters landing, because by the time Pepega would have gotten wiped, the blue 4 elements would have been there to immediately reinforce. We might have seen Roster and the other guys still survive because forces were pushing from the southern side. Back to the ocean with ye. So after FNF, I have a meeting with Karma Cut. We're going to discuss the mission file for tomorrow. Just make sure that's all squared away because he likes to do revisions with me. And then I'm going to get on to DayZ. So just give me like an hour after we end FNF. Did you really just... Okay, I'm really glad that they didn't roll back down and kill you because I... Oh, smoke grenade. Oh, speaking of grenades. Yeah, that's why you don't attack uphill steep like that with no cover because the attackers can just throw grenades down and... Yeah. Now it's up to Bluck. Oh, God, he blocked somebody. Damn, Bluck. I didn't think you'd do it. I swear to God, you better not be mounting everyone in another helicopter. Oh, why did Blue 4 just throw this? Is Sam gonna find Bluck? Nobody friendly wiggles. And he doesn't actually die. Wow. Green 4 PID. Who would have thought? This tree knocked over those really nice. Bluck's totally looking at these guys running around. Where's the AT? Lolo, shoot them. Get your freaking mat out and shoot them. Bluck knocks Crazy out. Lolo might have heard where those gunshots came from. I think Blue 4 have just lost all their numbers, and now it's going to be an outright slog over here, and Green 4 actually has a chance of winning now. Yes. Yeah, you had to reload it. Let it do another pass. Let it do another pass. You chucklehead. Damn, Bluck's blucking people. He got 3 kills along that area. No, Pierce is not GC. Lolo found Bluck. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie. Pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes. Bluck falls dead. Okay. Now Lolo's got a moment to let that chopper circle around, but instead he's going to go high. Here we go. Here we go. Kick his ass, Lolo. No, you missed. Reload and wait for it to go low and then hit it. That was a very risky shot to do. You know it's marauding around there. It'll come back. You might have just spooked him. Oh, this is funny. Cullis is just plinking at people in the open. And he's a marksman. Look at that shot he just made. Oh, it's Dream Squad. Depso, what the hell was this plan? Walk me through it, because you had way too many people on Overwatch at this point.
There's enemy right down south, right by the water's edge.
Green 4 ground command's also dead. Hey, Renrev, how you doing? Cullis is just picking people off. Again, I honestly think Green 4 has a solid chance at winning now. It was a base plan, and there's nothing more you have to say. Okay, I see. I see. Yes, Steph, so I saw your patch. I saw it yesterday, but I didn't get a good eye on it. I thought it was just some anime girl thing, but no, you, yeah. Yeah, I saw your patch. You little shit. I gotta wonder, where did you get inspired to make such a cute patch? If you don't mind me asking. Dishka's cutting into this building and knocking people out and wounding them. Collis got spotted in a shot. Arcane might have gotten that kill. He had to have because there's no one else with a kill recorded. So Hotel, I think, might have just went over and grabbed a few people. No, they did not. Bravo 2 was just coming in. Lolo, do you still have Matt? No. Or was it Sam that had the mat? I don't remember anymore. It's your clan logo, but improved. I see. Okay. So happy for you, buddy. Kill that guy. Oh, dodged an RPG. Great tail hook left. That kind of inspiration just comes on its own sometimes. Really? I see. Was it the part of adding a shrimp? Oh, these guys are dead. They just put explosive charges on this. And I think they got 3 kills with that and took the tower out. Great call to make.
Sorry. Just get me. Sorry.
Extreme.
Delta just fucking fucked me up. I was standing next to them.
Oh god, it's another one. Wait, is the other one still there? What the hell is up with this map? Why are some of the bodies just floating? Oh, God. Oh, the little bird exploded. That's cute. He tried to land. Did I enter just try to friendly wiggle that guy? Ah, who knows? Oh my god, well that guy just got dishked. Ah, those silly rooftop dishkas. Major Khan. Dream, there's a frag. Well, rest in peace. There goes Dream to go sleep. Batty! He just ran out of ammo! Oh my god! Oh my god, Batty, please! Please! You know, between OFCRA and FNF, I might have to make 2 videos, like 1 for each session at this point. Something just exploded over here, not sure if it did damage to the chopper. This is actually neck and neck. Like, I think the numbers are even. You have a... Are you out of ammo? Are you... Oh, the helicopter finally ate shit. Wait, what happened to it? Why did it just fly away? Oh god, I missed it. They probably clipped on something and went flying. Who the hell knows? But alright, they're blasting off again. This is my thumbnail. Anyway. I think Green 4 is gonna potentially... I mean, let's do a head count. Looks like they finally found that fudge head and killed him. So Blue 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up. Green 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys up, and Blue 4 just lost a guy, so it's 8v6. Anyone's game. And it's only been 27 minutes. Ooh, that GL was nice. It didn't net the kills they wanted, though. God wants me to go. We just have 2 ascending bodies. I don't know, man. This is weird. This is weird. You know, Depso, you calculated the risk as Blue 4 ground command, but man, oh man, are you bad at math. I still can't believe the chopper. I wish I caught that. I'm gonna have to ask someone what happened to it, but it just flew off into the damn sunset. And then the ocean. We need another cane, I know. Depso, the only reason you're winning this AO is because of how difficult it is to defend, to be perfectly honest. Blue 4 is down to 4 now. And Green 4 still has 8. Granted, if Blue 4 goes into the cache, they'll be fine. Did you honestly just bad frag? You special, special individual. Tackleberry, kill him. Thank you. I get worried when I see units fall that quickly because I feel like they're falling to their death or something. Hey, buddy, I'm coming to help you. Drops dead. Double tap. Hey, Dream, I almost saw you blow your friend away. That was funny. How are you, though? Tackleberry! No, come on, he's just a boy! He's just a boy! Please, tackle! He doesn't know what he's doing! And now it's Grav. Oh no, blowing up the tower is a great idea. You got like 2 or 3 kills with that. And then someone came up and outflanked you all, and yeah, it was pretty messy. You gotta go south, buddy. What are you doing? I was about to say, if you just triple time in there, I swear to God. Ah, I see. Going through the high ground didn't work, so let's try the low ground. I like it. Grav is using his brain. Did you just have an L2? He just casually took out a mini-me, and now he's in a truck. Okay. You know they can hear you driving that, but alright. Let's see how this plays out. I believe in Grav, alright? He's about to one-man this. He's got an LMG. He's getting shot. Oh, no. He might actually... Wait, no. Lolo turned around. Get him, Lolo! That's a satchel charge. Ah. Yeah. Yeah.
One guy, I do.
Well, I think that's it. Yep, all of Blue 4 is dead except for, I see. Blue 4's trick play. Pay it out to Green 4. That is the end. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day. This man literally just disappeared. Okay, go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. We'll be back in an hour for some DayZ. I wish I could show you the sticky note. I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 clips. And then OFCRA, I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clips. So I might actually have 8 minutes worth of video for both, which means I'll have a freaking 2 weeks to upload that stuff. My God.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
Oh, the stream's not over. All right, cool.